Hello Hello, friends. How are you doing? All right, the hour is upon us. Hey, Richard, and our resident lyrics guru is here. Welcome, welcome. See how long it takes before chat asks me if I'm going to sing tonight. Everybody loves the thumbnail. Everybody loves Albedo. She's a character from the show, and she's amazing. So yeah, she gets a little crazy. Um, yeah, they're all kind of crazy. Um, you set yourself up for that one. Are you gonna sing tonight? uh, so we have this most gorgeously organized set of lyrics, although I see a lot of Japanese still here. We got to talk about inverse lyrics because I'm not sure if I want to do it that way. Um, there's a lot of English in this song that I was hoping to preserve because it's easier for me to sing along with the original. And most people listen to English versions of the covers because they want it in a language that they can understand. So when there's such huge chunks of it like this, in another language, like a word here and there, or maybe even a phrase here and there is not so bad to invert. But, you know, um, I could see. So we're gonna have to work out. We're gonna have to work out some compromise here because I don't think I want to do inverse lyrics for all of this. I could see some of the chorus, like especially doing it like normal, like the first go round, and then doing it um, like Japanese for the middle and the end or something would be cool. But I don't think I want to do anything to the verses to change them back or to translyricize them into Japanese. So we're gonna have to, and I know, does your OCD brain like it? My OCD brain loves this organization. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at all that. This is lovely. It looks so clean. Remember that this came to us in two languages. I know, but Japanese tend to know more English than English people tend to know Japanese. Keep that in mind. English is a lot more of a posh language that more people are apt to know, and it's more apt to seem cool. So, I mean, think of it culturally. So, yeah, I'm going to fight you on these verses. I don't think, like, if it's just a phrase here, like this one at the end, maybe that'll be fine. But like the first time I do the chorus, especially, is going to be as it is. But the verses need to be alone. For the chorus, we can do the Japanese in those last two choruses, but the first chorus absolutely must be in English because everybody's expecting to hear that. My everything. Translations, you can't go in thinking I want. Isn't that exactly what you're doing? You want it to be in a language that it's not in? Aren't you distorting somebody else's work by putting it in a language that it's not originally in? Isn't that what we do anyway? I mean, we're honoring the translation, but if it's already in our native language, we should honor what the author wanted. It's handed to me in two languages. The output is two languages. I mean, I get that kind of computational calculation. And I get where you're coming from for that. But And again, I'm okay with changing things up for like a phrase here and there. And for things that are repeated, like the chorus, even the chorus part that's not repeated, I don't mind doing that in Japanese. That'll be cool. But the verses, there's absolutely no reason to have changed the English that was there. That was what the author intended. Now that is something we need to consider. Like if it comes out super repetitive, not to mention the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Now, see, this is where you and I have our differences. Like if the English was not something that I created, I'm okay. Like if it's official, I'm okay with doing it the official way, even if it's not correct, because I can blame it on the fact that it's the official version and that's the way it is. Now, if it's something that I create myself, a better thing for you to have done is maybe to have taken the English and made it a little bit better if you wanted to. Um, but like I don't know how I feel about this. But like the original English here at the beginning is let me just pull this over here. I'm going to drop this here. My flower was blooming, my outlook was shining, but the sun was shaded and they all vanished in the dark. So then I don't see anything about flowers blooming. There's one mention of the word dreams, but they're not shining, they're lying here. So it's not repetitive there. If only they'd come back. Like that's not anywhere here. Although that's a line I'll keep because it's at the end and it can be more mysterious like that to preserve, like if they wanted it to be mysterious being in another language. Part wasn't one of the repetitive ones, but it ends up unparalleled otherwise. Well, I mean, if the original isn't parallel, like I feel like you're trying to make parallel phrases where there aren't any. Not everybody's as good of a lyricist as you are, Ryu. The people that make these songs, they're not English majors. They're not poetry and literature majors. And I think the English is for mysteriousness and exoticism. Yeah, see, that's why I'm okay with keeping a phrase here and there, but this is an awfully big chunk. That's an awfully big chunk. And then if you start the whole song out saying, "Oh, this is an English cover," and you start singing like the majority of the first verse in Japanese, it's like, well, you're a liar. Um, it's like I don't want to stomp on your creative notions of creating these inverted songs, but like I want to do full English covers, Ryu. That's what I want to do. So most Japanese speakers are monolingual. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not. The Japanese speakers I know, I suppose if you're not in the city, you're probably right. If you consider the majority of like country folk and small town folk in Japan, like not everybody speaks English, but English is pretty much like a mandatory school subject in Japan, isn't it? And it's fairly taught fairly badly. Well, just like other foreign languages are taught really badly here in the States. But I want you to understand what I do on my channel, Ryu. I make English covers of songs. once in a while, I've let Japanese slip in there, especially when it's repetitive, because that makes sense. But this amount is a little bit too much for my taste here, especially starting out with Japanese when it's supposed to be an English cover. You know, that's what I want to make. If I wanted to sing it in Japanese, I would sing it in Japanese. Like, but I don't. I want to sing it in English for the English speakers who take foreign languages classes don't end up able to speak terribly well. Yeah, absolutely. It's almost exactly the same. And it's called English in the anime community because things are said differently. And that's part of the mystique of it. Like I know Rio, you are like allergic to English a lot of the time and you want to correct it. You don't like it. And I embrace it as part of the character, part of the charm of a song, you know. Sunshine, hey, hey, what's up? I'm glad you're here. I mean, there's no harm in me testing your Japanese to see if it fits the syllables. I'm sure there's no problem there. And when we get a few more people joining the stream, we can ask, you know, what they'd rather hear. I'll cater to my current audience, but I think if I start this song in Japanese, that's going to severely limit the people that enjoy this cover, that are expecting an English cover, because I want to market this as an English cover. If I market it as anything else, it's not going to get views. It's not going to appeal to anybody. It'll appeal to us and this inner circle of lovely people. Plot became serious ages ago, but now it like takes turns being serious and then not serious. Besides, the audience needs conflict. All right. I'm good. Not at all ready for the K-pop comebacks happening on October 11th. Yes, those are going to be crazy. But I'm sitting here in the middle of a hurricane. If you guys didn't know, hurricane, what is it, Ian? Is actually aiming more and more towards us. So there's like Florida, you know, the panhandle and the long thing. I'm kind of in southwest Florida, and my parents live in the Tampa Bay area, like about 2.5 hours, 3 hours north of where I live. And so there's like the peninsula, and then this little thing that sticks out kind of in the center of the west part of the state. That's where my parents are, and I live just south of that. So this hurricane is kind of going right between the two areas, and at first it looked like it was going more towards Tampa, and now it's like the curve projections are more going towards us now. So if we lose power in the middle of this stream, I'm sorry. I will be okay. Our zone has not yet been evacuated. They have done non-mandatory evacuations of zones A, B, and C here. We are in zone D. We're pretty safe. But yeah, that's going to be fun. Hopefully it doesn't get bad. It's supposed to get bad as the night progresses. We haven't hit the first arms yet, although it's been rainy and gray all day. The wind's starting to pick up. We have our bathtubs full of water so that we can flush the toilet if our plumbing goes. And we're keeping everything charged up in case our electricity goes. We have water, and we have canned foods and stuff. We're fully prepared for our power to be out for a day. Hopefully not. We've been too nice and haven't fought over anything lately. I know. We must fight. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Moonbuell and Dami, I think I'm gonna die. I know, they're just coming for you. They're just coming at you. How about you compare how the Japanese sings with how the English sings and see what your voice says? Follow your voice. We don't follow our hearts here. We follow our voice. Well, generally speaking, Japanese is always going to be more beautiful to sing than than um than English. I don't know why I'm losing my words. I'm so tired. Um, I haven't been sleeping well either. Um, Johnny's doing a lot better, but for those who didn't follow, um, he went to the ER last Thursday because he was sleep deprived, and we think it was a migraine, but he started to forget words, and it was very frustrating for him. And he started speaking, trying to like clarify what he was trying to say, and it came out nonsense, and that was very scary. And so his brother and I took him to the ER that night, and it was a very late night, but they did a CT scan and they did blood work, and he was fine. He's going to make an appointment with a neurologist once this hurricane blows over. Um, but yeah, he's doing okay. He's just been very stressed because, as you know, he did lose his job of 8 years, and he is currently job searching. It's not a very bad thing. In fact, he's excited to find a job that will pay him more and will be more along the lines of what he liked. When he was originally hired, he was doing a lot more coding things that he enjoyed doing. And slowly over time, the company kind of shifted direction to having an in house coding person to kind of outsourcing that work to other companies. So they needed him less and less and less as time went by. And they shifted his job more to IT, which he doesn't like IT work that much. And so he was becoming more unhappy with his work. And but he stuck around because the pay was good and it was a stable job, and he loved the people that he was working with. They treated him so nicely. But yeah, the company finally decided to let him go. They're kind of downsizing. And that was a big shock because we weren't expecting it. In hindsight, maybe we should have, but anyway, he's been under so much stress. Next time he comes on a stream, please give him lots of love. Um, but yeah, we've been going through the shaboomy. Um, it's just one thing after another here. I haven't been doing too well myself. I've been trying to exercise, but my body has not been cooperating lately. I've had several flares in the past week. Especially my back has been flaring up now. It's like, let's roll the dice. What body part is going to flare today? How about everything all at once? Um, so yeah, fun times. So, but yeah, he's all right. Sleeping well, coming off a relapse into chronic illness, and he recently had COVID. Husband wasn't doing well for a while. The illness all around. Yep. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. I feel like what I would like to do is maybe do a fully English version and a fully Japanese version. I think that would be really cool. Wouldn't that be cool? I wish I could fit all of that in. I need to find a way to fit that in. Oh man, if I could do both, there might be enough time for me to do both. What would you think about that if I did an all Japanese version? It'd be worth it though, and people would actually watch that more than a mixed version. Well, your cousins has been in the hospital since Labor Day. Oh my gosh, that's a full month. I do think so much more about how easy these are going to be to sing. So kind of hope the massive Japanese would be easier to sing than the English. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. You want me to split the song in two? I'm not quite sure how you intend to do that. What you mean by that? But split the song in 2 3 weeks as a. But yeah, I'm seriously considering doing an all English version and an all Japanese version. Seriously considering that. What do you guys think? I'm trying to respect your work, Ryu, because really what I want to do is just a full English version. That was my intention. But since you work so hard on this Japanese, I do want that to see the light of day, and it would be nice. I don't just want to throw away the work that you did. I'd like it to see the light of day. I need to make sure, I need to make sure I can fit it into my schedule, but I think if you're okay with that, I'll make that a priority. I mean, I love singing Japanese when I get the chance. I really do. If I had my way, if I knew if if I wasn't caring about the algorithm or about, what was going on, I would just do it like this. And I don't know. I mean, I'm halfway to saying F it anyway and marketing it as something other than an English version. It's going to suggest some form of vocal layering. Yeah, the only other thing we could do if we don't do a separate full Japanese and separate full English version, the only thing we could do is alternate and like do first verse all in English, first chorus all in English, second verse in Japanese or combination of the Japanese English, and then do some sort of thing for the end. Like we could mix it up like that. Which idea do you like more?
And as you compress materials, they also heat up. So yeah, you just turn into a charred, tiny version of yourself. Instead of actually.
So it's not like a complete inverse, but like some of it will be inverse. We'll sneak it in there for the people who think.
Oh yeah.
I do like the idea of just doing one version over doing two, because every time I've released two versions of something, they kind of detract from each other. I would hope that they would bolster each other, but I don't seem to have very good luck with that. So if I did do two versions, I would probably release them 2 separate weeks, which is possible because I have those middle weeks that I don't post anything. So it could go up like a week later, and then it would have more of a chance. Hey, outer space! You're watching. Welcome to the ultimate showdown here between Ryu and I, debating Japanese versus English. The algorithm is the thing I didn't consider, though. Well, see, that's the thing. People are not searching for this kind of a thing. They should, because it's creative and it's cool and there's nobody else doing this. But that's the thing. It's like, how do I get people to search for what they don't know exists? Ryu, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. Oh, wow, how long has this stream been? And we haven't done anything yet, aside from debate whether or not. But do you? I'm seriously considering. We could market this as an English cover if we started it in English and then transitioned into the Japanese, starting in the second verse.
Nope, it's analyzing. Oh, but it has charges.
Fine, fine. I probably sound even more like shit than usual. Aw, Ryu. Don't say that about your voice. You have a lovely resonant voice. And that's coming from somebody who's very educated in the matter. You can trust me. I need to do a voice lesson stream again very soon. What if you market it as a bilingual cover? I'm afraid that the term bilingual is not going to come up in association with the song, though.
You are the bully.
How well did A Cruel Angel's Thesis do? On Spotify, it did pretty well. Let me see here. Releases. Where was it? Oh no, it didn't do well on Spotify. It did do fairly well on YouTube, if I recall. Content. I'm looking it up on the YouTube app. Dome algorithm. That had like 80% of the Japanese lyrics in it. Yes, it did, because so many of the parts were repeated. So there was no point in repeating the oh, this app isn't loading. I think it did pretty well though. I think it did get a lot of views at first. It's kind of died out though, which is to be expected because there hasn't been an Evangelion announcement in a long time. So
it's called boiling. You should try it sometime.
Dome algorithm. There it is. Okay, let me see. That wasn't too long ago. It's currently sitting at 496 views. So it's not the worst thing. Definitely some of the more recent ones, like the Hello Shooting Star did much worse. And Day Messiah had 275 views, which wasn't that thrilling. Compared to Awake, which has only been up about a month and it's gotten 715 views. Shadow's House has 319 views right now. Not doing too bad. I feel like the Evangelion cover, the Cruel Angel Thesis, was like like English plus Japanese version. Like it was doubled. Nothing was really replaced.
No, it was actually... No.
Is my internet going? Oh, I hope not. Are you guys getting buffering or anything? My OBS is saying we're holding steady. I think we're okay. We're good again. Okay, okay, that was weird. Yeah, it didn't show that I dropped any frames for some reason. I'm sorry if that was weird. Huh.
Oh, I see. That's right.
Sorry, guys.
I get you.
So anyway, what I would like to do is start this in English for the first verse and first chorus, and then use the Japanese that you've created for the rest of it. Is that acceptable to you? So the only thing you'd be missing is like that first verse, like 4 lines. Can you sacrifice 4 lines for me? Because this the first chorus gets repeated at the end. So I keep freezing? Really? It's not saying I'm dropping any frames. I am so sorry, guys. I don't know why. Oh, poop. Ryu doesn't have freezing. I think it might be on Sunshine's end. Maybe. Although again, I wouldn't be surprised if we have internet problems with the hurricane rolling in, so keep letting me know if you have problems. Oh, it froze for me like 10 times. Really? Okay. Who else is here? I think Richard is still here. I think Outer Space is here. Are you guys having any problems? And Ryu, did I see that you had any problems at all? Well,
Yep.
let me know if there's something really bad going on, okay? Ryu had a minor problem, but it was brief and a refresh fixed it. Okay.
It fixed it. What do you-
So let's check this out. Woo! I love this song.
My everything, my everything, and you because I let you go. There's nobody loves me that's I see that second more like
Okay, so that was. I had trouble keeping up with the Japanese here. I should have scrolled to your other.
Have you constructed a roasting spit yet? I'm going to do so. Oh, we need to choose a spot for it.
And you're adding syllables. Let's see. I'm gonna try the English now. Oh, I'm glad, Sunshine. You closed the app or opened it. That's good. Sounds like it just needed a refresh. My outlook was shining, but the sun is shaded, and they all vanished in the dark. Yeah, I admit it's got that English awkwardness to it. I do admit. But let me see if I can sing the Japanese again. Let me try that again. I can't get it. Hana ga saite mo.
Bench recipes here. We need to create brass ones.
Hana ga saite mo. Did you add Hana ga saite mo? Yeah, that's how it goes. Hana ga saite mo. You know, I might actually need you to sing this for me. But let me try it one more time and see if I can. Hana ga saite mo.
Start adding stuff to the bottom as you go. That's cool. Awesome. Then you can.
It's because she doesn't sing the. I'd have to practice that. Oh, there's a minor error. Did you fix it already? A lot of crunchy words here, but I can hardly complain because you'd know if they sound awkward or not. And it's not like actual Japanese songs don't I think I pretty much got it sorted out, but go ahead and give me a call. Change it to Discord so I hear. The audience wants it anyway. I think you just want to sing. Be my guest then if you really want to. Yeah, go. Oh, I maybe you can't call me because I'm kind of invisible. Let me give you a call. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Testing. The audience wants me to sing this anyway, so let's just give them what they want.
Let's just give them what they want.
I mean, people seem to love our interactions anyway. So, I guess it's just I guess it's part of it now.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
sorry you're just stuck with me forever. Let me pull up this thing, No Man's Dawn. I typed it out 2 different ways before. That's why I had to correct the Japanese.
Oh, I
So
see.
it
I
was
see.
the Hanaga Saite Temo because that's the Saite.
咲いてても花が咲いてても未来が
Saite.
I keep on wanting to pronounce like the double vowels, like mirai
both
and sai, stuff like that.
okay. Those are both grammatically correct. So I'll switch that back to Sai because that is actually easier to sing because the te might trip you up. I'm also questioning whether that was grammatically correct or if I was having a cognitive fart.
It
When I
happens.
have those, to those who don't know, I have a chronic illness. When it relapses, I sometimes have minor cognitive issues.
Mm. Brain works in strange ways. Gojirito is here. Hello. Welcome.
And when you're speaking Japanese, just like normally, sometimes you will pronounce like mirai, and sometimes you will say mirai, just whichever fits better in the cadence of the sentence.
Yeah, that's why I can hardly complain. It's just my brain wants to separate those, but I'll get over it.
Well, that is correct, like proper poetic sung Japanese. I forget what her name is, but the lady who sung A Cruel Angel's Thesis
Oh my
sung
god.
that. She sung it in such extremely proper Japanese.
Yes.
Like you can hear all of the syllables. She has prenasalization, which in standard Japanese is somewhat old-fashioned now, I believe.
Hmm.
So like where the da is like 2 syllables, but it's just like that little baby syllable on the front of the word.
Yep.
It's
Shadow syllables
hana-
everywhere.
Japanese loves them. My brain will insert them. I tried to syllabify it in like the original thing, but one reason I started by translating it into Japanese, I was not originally going to do that. But I was like, this sounds kind of funky. I was like, what does this sound like if you translate it into Oh, it sounds like actually very nice in Japanese. You often hear the verb in here that's, what is it? Kagai, kagayaku. You often hear it used to describe the future, and it means sparkle or shine.
Mm.
But the phrase "my outlook is shining," first of all, I couldn't even understand what they were saying at first.
Mm.
That sounds really weird.
It
Like,
does. We don't
is your
say
email
things like that.
we say the correct, like the idiomatic English phrases, "Our future is bright," and this song is written in otherwise very nice, unwonky Japanese. And I found the two juxtaposed, like the English and normal English juxtaposed with each other. It bugged me. I'm not going to lie, because I don't think their intention was to produce English. I really don't. But that's not
Well,
why I'm here now. I'm here to try to help you out.
yeah. And thanks,
Almost at it.
Gojirito. I appreciate that. We're staying as safe as we can. We're very prepared. Got bathtubs full of water in case we need to flush our toilets. So far we have power and water, no problems. It hasn't been that bad yet. It's supposed to get worse as the night progresses, so we'll see. But
Oh,
thank you.
there was empty, like space over here, so I got the line about the flower blooming in right there.
Ah, cool.
The sun shaded shows up later too. Like most of the stuff that gets covered up here, I think actually all of it does show up later in the song.
Okay.
So there is a net zero information loss.
Okay. I believe you.
But okay, if you didn't, I would translate it line by line, literally.
No, I trust your translations implicitly. Absolutely.
I'm not saying there isn't an error in there, but if there is, I didn't mean to do it.
You better not have messed up.
But it was.
No, just
Let me
kidding.
see if I can get the melody in my mind. Hanagasai temo. Okay, let me see if I can listen to it. My mouth is not working. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I think I was doing all right, but I wasn't quite sure.
Higaku motte yamin ni tondasu. I'm not used to singing. I'm also not used to singing in Japanese. Here I was thinking this might be also easier because you know how we go through and we pull out all of the excess fricatives.
Uh-huh.
Look at all the not fricatives in there.
I know,
You have,
Japanese is delicious to sing.
You have
Really.
like this one S right here and this one S right here, and otherwise it's all nice sharp stops. And well, that's a mushy sound, but and then there's a nice R and a nice M. The Japanese voice stops are mushy though.
Mm-hmm.
There's, if you pronounce them in the correct classical fashion, they are mushy. If you pronounce them like a normal Japanese person, they're less mushy. Okay, so I think that's figured out. Do you see why I wanted to cover up the English section?
Yeah, I mean, I could get that just from looking at the English. Like it's not very well written. I mean, to be fair.
And like as a translator, I'm like,
I knew that would bother
I-
you. You just can't stand English. You have like some sort of allergy to it.
it's not that like I can find it charming in places. Some of my translations come out Englishy, like among the lovely colors, the best is you. That makes absolutely no sense, but it was what it was in front of me. It sounds kind of pretty. If I were doing what I wanted, I would have changed that into something that made sense. But I was like, nope, that's their poetic expression. But I genuinely do not think that they wanted that wonky expression there. They wanted something that would sound beautiful. They just missed the mark because they don't speak English.
Why
And
wouldn't they get like why wouldn't they get native English speakers to like check these at least? Like why do you think English passes?
well, first of all, native English speakers in Japan are not that common.
But there's tons of like English teachers and like
I don't know.
expats and like people that come over there from like Europe and the States to teach English. Like there's lots of resources there. Like I find it
I
hard to
don't
believe they
know.
couldn't find anybody. And the
I
internet
don't know.
exists. Like they could have just emailed these set of lyrics to somebody and been like, "Hey, check this over, please. I'll give you $5." Like
If they had sent it to me, I would have been like, yeah, this is kind of weird. But I
no,
can
no, no, and no. Do it again and do it right.
you could just fix the English and make it idiomatic.
Well, that's
Like,
what I
that
was
would
kind of expecting you to do. I didn't expect you to create a whole set of Japanese
like
lyrics here.
that fixes that. Okay, that's a little harder to do.
Yeah, it's not always going to be so obvious, but I believe it can be done. Do you want to go that route?
I mean, I think this is prettier,
Obviously, it is.
and that this is meant to be. I think this is meant to be mysterious and foreign.
Yeah, there's just no way I'm going to be able to market this as a full English cover, which is unfortunate because that's what people are wanting and searching for.
Cruel Angel Faces did better than several full English covers, and it is half Japanese.
Well, that's true, but that's because those full English covers that I did were stupid choices of song.
It's a stupid choice of a song.
Well,
I don't know. Is it?
this is a very good popular one. This is one of the most popular songs I could be doing right now.
Can't you just say No Man's Dawn cover?
Yeah, and then they will expect it to be in Japanese, but they'll expect it to be like in its original form with the English. So I don't know what they'll think when they hear like Japanese from the beginning. It's going to be interesting. I honestly, I think people aren't going to expect this, and there's going to be two reactions. One will be the correct and smart reaction of loving it, and the other will be, what the hell is this? Click off. And I suppose I don't
I
want those
mean,
people as fans anyway, but like it's going to severely limit, the appeal of this video. It's going to be very niche, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
we're already very niche.
I know, which is why I don't want to niche down any further.
I don't know that we can. I seriously don't know. I I am terrible at marketing.
Me too.
Like my background is pretty words and old books.
My background is pretty sounds and old history and theory. I sing the songs of old dead white people.
Someday we will be old dead white people.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I mean, for all of the other evil things our ancestors did, they were pretty good artists.
Ooh, cool.
At least some of our ancestors. I have some ancestors I don't approve of.
Don't we all know? Of course, our current government is
Yeah,
trying to erase that. But don't get me
yeah,
started on
and
politics.
yes, this will be the wow, Carrie and Ryu are similar in their political views reality.
And we will never get anything else done. We'll just be on our soapbox discussing politics the whole time.
I did, I did, now that you mention it, like the idea of doing the whole thing in Japanese and the whole thing in English,
I love
because I
X6.
bet you could make this sound so nice in a fully Japanese cover.
That's kind of the reason I suggested it, is because I just want an excuse to sing the Japanese. But it is a lot of work.
You could just take it as it is, and we just hope it works.
Do you want me to just do? We could. You work so hard on the English, though. Like, I don't want to say, let's just do a Japanese cover after all of this. Of course, maybe
I
that's
think
more palatable to you than axing the Japanese at the beginning.
I mean, the most palatable thing to me is trying to preserve the mystery where it's mysterious. I did the back translation into Japanese, one because the song's already in that, and two because it's pretty. Like, the only other language I know is French. Would you like it if this chunk if it had big chunks of French in it instead?
Mm.
No, probably not.
You definitely
French
pick on my
pronouncing-
pronunciation. I should be able to pronounce French beautifully. Like, I've took umpteen courses of diction in French, but
I like how French sounds, but because I think French sounds nostalgic.
French does sing pretty well in most
Like,
cases.
it does rhyme better than English. To me, it feels very classical and elegant. Though I don't think it's the most beautiful language. I think it has some very rough edges that people often pretend they don't exist.
Yeah, especially when classically singing, like if you heard French opera by non-native French singers, it's very round. It's very open.
Oh, it's on the very left.
But
Feels
I
like-
still maintain Japanese sings a little bit better, though. Japanese and Italian, of
Japanese-
course.
Japanese is probably one of the best languages for singing. I imagine
Mhm.
Hawaiian is very good too.
Ah,
Hawaiian might be even better because it's almost all vowels, or it's even more all vowels than Japanese, but that also might be a downfall. because you have so many vowels in hiatus.
Yeah, you
So it's
end up
only that.
using a whole lot of glottal attacks to like make that
Yeah.
work.
Well, the glottal stop is a phoneme in Hawaiian. So if you don't pronounce it in certain places, you are not pronouncing the words correctly.
Yeah.
Hawaiian has a very nice sound to it too. I think like Japanese, it's one of those underrated languages. Like people might think it sounds weird or silly, but I think it's very nice.
Hmm. We're going to have a fun time putting this video together because I'm going to have to figure out how to get lyrics on the screen for all this. That's going to be a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, it always is because I always provide you with all these pretty kanji and hiragana. Don't they just look so ornamental? I mean, historically, these were used to ornament things. So
It's like I almost just want to put the actual Japanese on the screen and forget about Romanji, forget about an English translation, just do that and I'd just be like, fuck. But
this is a very nearly literal translation
cuz
of what the lines were.
I am done trying to fit multiple lines of text on the screen for translation's sake. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You got to sing the rest of this Japanese part, though. We got the first line.
Let me get the music.
Yeah, get your music up. Even I don't know it well enough to sing it a cappella yet.
And I can't sing. So,
I
mean, I do have
you
some
invited yourself on here, bud. You're singing now.
I know. Hanaga saite mo, mirai ga kagayaite mo, higaku motte, yamina ni tonda subete. Oh, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Yami ni tonda subete.
Okay.
Too much.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna listen to this again. I'm gonna see if I can keep up with it. Give me 1 second. I have to switch my thing over so that I can hear it.
But the sun is shaded and the oven is in the dark.
All right, hold on.
The flower was blooming.
Okay, 1 second. I'm switching it back to Discord. Okay, I am back. I think I got that right. Did I?
Think so. I can dump out there are two different words for everything in Japanese.
Mm.
So I can swap out subete here for mina and change kumote to kumota,
Mm.
and it will still rhyme if that would be easier to sing. Because that will let you have to nda as a trisyllable. The Japanese N is very heavy.
Mm. What I'm gonna try something really. No, I gotta keep doing this. It's gonna be annoying to keep going back and forth from Discord to my browser. It sucks. Oh, technology. One day I'll figure out the Mac side of my computer. But
That's what you get for working with iCrap.
no, that's what I get for working with a piece of software that's free and I need to pay for a version of it. I'll put it on the screen here. This is called Caster, and it's really cool because it allows you to
I just think calling it iCrap is funny.
you're mean. It's the superior computer because it has logic. Go Ryu vocals.
Ryu vocals, yes.
Hashtag Ryu vocals. There we go.
Goat Ryu. Doesn't goat mean greatest of all time? You people cannot like hearing me sing. I am sure you just find it amusing rather than enjoyable, but
So
that's
anyway,
okay.
this software will allow me to choose a particular place to draw the audio from. And normally I will either have it on just Final Cut or just Logic when it's open. I have it on Firefox when I am listening to the song, and I have it on Discord when I'm listening to you. And the idea is that I won't get disturbing noise, or you guys won't get disturbing noise from anywhere else, like notifications popping in or whatever. Um, if I pay, I can add more than just one channel. But the good news is I get
Program particularly expensive?
applause. It's actually not too expensive, but we were gonna try it out for a while. My husband found this and said try it out for a while, and if you like it, maybe we'll see if you really feel like you can use it, we'll buy it. But it's not like super expensive, but of course we're not looking to add any extra expenses until Johnny gets a new job. But
Yeah. And a job hunt can last like 6 months or more these days.
yeah. Fortunately,
It's
my husband's in a field that, he's got a lot of options. There are a lot of job openings that he can apply to now. So
But yeah,
fingers crossed.
I really hate to see this opening section go because it just comes out so pretty in Japanese. And it sounds so
Yeah,
funky in English.
well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will preserve this as it is. Um,
If this bombs, I will never reverse anything again.
and we'll
That's
see how it does. We'll see how it does. I still
not
want to see what an all Japanese version would do, but I'm kidding myself if I think I actually have the time to do that unless I sacrifice something else.
yeah, let's not sacrifice anything else. And hey, the real folk blues is in English. That there was no way to reverse that. Folk and blues are the names of the genres in all languages.
Yeah.
I could have translated it as Honton no folk blues, I guess, but that the the I burn is Honto in Japanese, actually. But that just felt silly at that point.
Yeah. Outer space, my goodness. Says if you had a stroke last night that turned migraine that lasted all day, which affected how you walk, what would you say to that? I would say, what are you doing here? You need to be in the ER. Like, how are you even able to type? Like, get thee to a doctor, get thee to the emergency room. Seriously, that's nothing to play with.
Get thee to the hospital
Pronto.
yesterday.
Yeah, like that's not good. That's an emergency situation. You could actually lose your life.
I hope you didn't have a stroke that turned into a migraine.
Like usually it's the opposite way around, a migraine that turns into a stroke.
I could see a stroke, like a bunch of like random liquid shit getting in your brain giving you a migraine.
I guess a stroke could feel like a headache. Doesn't affect typing. I don't care. Go to the emergency room. What are you doing here? I care about your life.
I hope you are typing this from a hospital bed if this is something that actually happened.
Yeah, go to the ER.
If you are not already there or in a hospital. If you're already in a hospital with a doctor supervising you, just
that would be a relief. Please tell me, because I want to be relieved.
Me too. I don't need any more cortisol right now.
No more cortisol, please. Please. I've gained enough weight.
Well, cortisol triggers that aforementioned chronic illness, which is
my God. You poor thing.
Actually several chronic illnesses.
That sucks, because
normally
I have more cortisol in my system than I have caffeine, and I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah, cortisol sucks.
Yes, it does. Cortisol. And what can you do to lower cortisol levels? Just like try and de-stress?
Hi, we're millennials. Constant stress is a way of life.
Have you met us?
Yeah, we don't want this. It apparently gave outer space a stroke.
Yeah. And see, this is the thing. Is that, like, this is...
Wait, you mean you didn't
go to the ER? Go to the ER now.
Go to the ER right now if you had an actual stroke.
You should not sleep You should not. That's dangerous. You could die.
Go to the ER. Tell them you think you've had a stroke. I'm sure you will get seen by a doctor
people
right away.
people start feeling better when they're about to die.
Yeah, that is true. If you have a head trauma and you start feeling better, that chances are you are about to die.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hospital.
Yes.
Now,
That's fair.
if I knew where you were, I would dial 911 on your behalf right now, but I don't.
Yeah, seriously, outer space. You need to go to the ER like now.
If you are pulling our legs, I will ban you from everything because this is
Follow
actually
legs.
very distressing.
Yeah, this is actually this is serious. Like this is nothing. This isn't anything to be like, oh, a nap solved it, because that's no. Don't play like that. I don't want you to die. I want you to live a long, healthy life. I don't. YouTube already makes me lose tons of subscribers every day. I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, yes, you let me translate everything, and then nobody.
Gonna find that map.
YouTube does purge subscribers weirdly though. It purged my subscription to you once.
Did it really? What the
Doesn't
fudge?
have storage.
Yes, and it was after you had restarted at doing things.
Oh, that's great.
So I was already like an active channel.
Outer
Out of
space. I'm hoping you are right, but I kind of think you are not. I kind of think you should get checked out. At least go like to urgent care tomorrow. But I really would not go to sleep tonight. I that would be dangerous. I would go straight to the ER. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like seriously,
I
you
know hospitals and hospital bills are
Like
scary,
funds.
but no amount of saved money is worth your
Well,
life
that's taken
it's
care
not
of.
worth
or your
it.
fun.
It's not worth it to just make assumptions and not get checked out, especially for something so serious.
It's not
Like
you put the
that's
ingredients
that's very serious.
Yeah, that's
All of us are worried about you now.
go to the ER before I get sick from worrying.
Yeah, all of us are already like high anxiety, stressed. Like
I do not need to have gastritis tonight.
help
Thinking
relieve
that
our stress. All right, so we have the rest of this. Dude, a stroke is serious. If it was an honest to goodness stroke that
like
made you walk funny, like that is actually very serious. That's you shouldn't play with that.
not only is it serious, like Caroline says, it can be fatal.
It can actually be fatal. Like, not that Google should be your doctor, but if you look up symptoms, that's like one of the primary things that like you'll get seen immediately in the ER for. Like the nurses and doctors don't play with that either.
Like, and don't drive yourself there. Get somebody to drive you. Get an Uber, get a taxi or an ambulance or
Yeah.
something.
Like the worst thing that could happen is like they'll give you a CT scan and do some blood work to make sure that you're okay. Um,
And and hopefully it's nothing. And if you can't afford a hospital visit, there are usually programs that can help you that you can apply for.
Good.
So please go make sure you stay.
Johnny's also telling you to go.
No, stop trying to rationalize it. You have to, your super three adults order you to go to the hospital if you had a real stroke.
Make sure you take care of yourself.
And if you sleep and don't wake up, think of all the people who are not going to be happy about
So
that thing. Here we are being like concerned older siblings or parents or
Yep.
something.
We'll be fine. Don't worry. You tell us not to worry, but you had a stroke, dude. What do you expect?
Do you tell fire not to be hot and water not to be wet?
We're going to be worried. I mean, maybe it wasn't a stroke. Maybe it was just like a little bit of heat exhaustion or something. I don't know where you are. Um, my memory is poop.
Not a joke either.
But yeah, you got to take care of yourself. And if you're walking funny, like if you're seriously like feeling numbness or like you're not able to get your muscles to work, like if you're experiencing vertigo, maybe that's one thing, but like you should still get that checked out. Like at the very least, promise me you'll go to like urgent care tomorrow.
I
You
feel
know?
like that risks being too little too late.
Yeah, that's not really good enough, but I would take that over you not doing anything and just assuming you're fine.
Mm, I guess in the end, there's nothing we can really do, though.
Yeah, no, we're not there to like force you, but you sure are. You sure are making us worry.
Mm.
I'm just getting this chorus written in here. Let me hear your answer right now. I'm gonna check the rest of the chorus or the first verse in a minute, but we'll go through the first verse and the first chorus all at once, and probably it will be great, and then we'll move on to that Japanese in the second verse. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah. I mean, and be bothered by.
Sounding a little robotic there. Maybe that's my internet. Or are you getting a little further from your mic?
Oh, I was just adjusting it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Does it sound better now?
Oh, a lot better. Your resonant voice is coming through beautifully.
Resonant.
Resonant.
You mean nasally?
Yeah. Oh, I've heard much nasalier people than you.
I feel like I sound like I perpetually have a cold.
Sometimes I feel like I sound like that. I feel like I have a kind of a nasal leaning voice.
I don't think you do.
You don't think I do?
No. Is there a clear the chat function? This like is bothering me now.
Nasally, your voice isn't that nasally, Sunshine says.
Something exploded.
Hope she's referring to both of us. There. All right. There's the first verse and the first chorus. Sunshine thinks neither one of us sounds nasally.
I'm sorry.
That's very nice.
That's
Wait.
very nice of you, Sunshine.
Yeah. Sunshine's always very supportive.
Oh, no.
Unless I want to call her small, then she
No.
suddenly becomes like
No
all
pepper
protestful.
Because she's not small. Of course, all my
I
little
think I
bunnies are
mixed-
small. I need a bunny.
Somebody else, I think, in the same chat where we said they were 5'3", and I think I misread it as Sunshine saying that. So for the longest, small compared to the kid.
Oh, that's funny. Outer Space, I hope you're feeling better now,
joke.
but still, I really think you should consider going to the ER. I really press you on that. And the dental appointment, it was good. I still,
forgot you.
yeah, it was a new dentist. We haven't been to the dentist since we haven't gotten a cleaning since we moved down here. And we saw a dentist once, like a year and a half ago. and they just checked us out, didn't do a cleaning, said that we were fine. We weren't really thrilled with the place, so we just kind of never went back. So finally, I was like, it's been a couple of years. We need to get our teeth cleaned. But we didn't get our teeth cleaned now either. We just had them checked over by the dentist. I don't know why they don't automatically do cleanings with checkups nowadays. Is that like a new thing or something?
No idea. I haven't been to a dentist in like 15
Ugh.
years.
But I maintain my record of having perfect teeth. If there's one thing I can take pride in, I have never had a cavity.
I have, knock on wood, never had one either.
Ugh.
And yes, Sunshine, I know you're an average woman, though to me, average women look short.
How tall are
Like,
you
I could
again,
put
Ryu?
my
You're like 6'1", 6'2"?
1, 6'1" ish,
6'1"ish.
6'0.5", depending on
And I'm 5'2".
depending on the
I'm shorter than all of you. You both can use me as a elbow rest.
small bean.
Maybe it's a Florida thing, Sunshine. Yeah, I'm used to getting cleaned at the same time. Like I would get cleaned first and then the dentist would check me when my teeth were clean. Like I'm not used to it going any other way, but whatever. We had
Not
ridiculous problems with this dentist appointment because we had it rescheduled like twice. And then when we finally did go, we came at the wrong time. So the first time, I forgot my ID because I had a magnetic wallet attachment that attaches to my phone. I had left it on my desk. So I didn't have my ID, so they couldn't take us. So we rescheduled. The time that we rescheduled, they called us that morning and said a water main broke and the whole place was shut down. So they had to reschedule us again. And then we went. We thought our appointments were at 10 o'clock since that's what we made our appointments for the last two times. It was at noon. So we showed up too early. So we just chilled for a couple of hours.
Oh, it pulls resources from nearby.
Oh.
That's awesome.
I have had my
I still
wisdom
have
teeth
my-
out. Yeah.
Storage.
I still have my wisdom teeth in my
Nearby
mouth.
Oh, you do?
storage. Nice.
Does that
It
hurt?
hurt when they. Not now. It hurt when they came in like 20 years ago.
Oh, geez.
I didn't realize that was what it was, and I just like endured the pain, and now they're fine.
Oh my God.
Also, Sunshine, I am not too tall. I wish I were like at least 7 or 8 inches taller.
Probably.
Seriously? You wish you were that tall?
Yes, yes, I do.
Wouldn't you slam
Like-
your head into ceiling fans and door frames and stuff? The world isn't built for somebody that tall.
Care.
Wouldn't you be afraid of getting your head whacked off in roller coasters and stuff?
I like roller coasters anyway.
You don't? Get out of here.
No, I am extremely afraid of heights.
Really?
Yes.
I'm afraid of heights, but I
Extremely.
love being terrorized.
I don't even like, like on the second story of a mall, how there's like the openings in the floor of the like walking area so you can see down. I don't even like standing close to that. That makes me feel deeply uncomfortable.
Really?
I hate
Okay.
being high up.
Noted. I love thrill rides though. I like being up high when I'm not in control, but I'm safely like strapped in.
No, I just have a panic attack.
You agree with Ryu, Sunshine? Both of you, get out of here.
We agree on some things.
Get out of here.
I'm sure we do. Like we agreed on like that one guy who was making all the drama in the server and that he was not being good.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness for you guys
We
agreeing
really-
on that.
That was extremely
I
cute.
mean, you and I were too nice to him. Sunshine was just like, ban.
Sunshine takes no shit. No shit. No
I
shit.
mean, she works with mini humans. She can't take any
Yeah.
because mini humans, if you give them an inch, they will take 3,000 miles.
Flying doesn't scare you, but zip lines do. Ooh, but I love a zip line. Ah, I want to hang glide.
Man,
That's on my bucket list. I want to go hang gliding, like with the big
and
triangular thing.
now it's time for Scary Oki.
Scarioki.
Magical Girl Scare O-Line.
I have to think of what games I'm going to play on Twitch for Halloween kind of thing. And I'm thinking Spooky's House of Jump Scares will be one of them.
There's this old GameCube game called Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, Luigi's
That's like the
Mansion.
I don't know if you've ever played it.
I've never gotten to
It's
play
not
that.
It's not the hardest thing, but given that you struggle with Kirby, I'm not sure I
Shush.
recommend it.
I beat the game. I 100%ed the game, okay? Eventually.
Well, it's known for being that was very easy for an action platform. Of course, I'm biased.
Water for
The first
you.
video game Drink your water.
Man, if I could drink water and it would blast away my fat cells, that would be awesome. You should rebrand for Spooktober. I know. I don't think Johnny's finished the Halloween look yet, but it'll debut sometime early October, I hope.
Is Hana-chan getting a new Halloween look?
She's gonna get a new Halloween look. Yes, yes.
One that not is it another like demon costume, or is she doing like a witch or what?
You'll see.
Oh, that would be fascinating.
That's my secret. Sunshine doesn't
Sunshine
even
and I
like video
disagree on-
games. She doesn't get the appeal.
Well, I guess that's fair. I don't get the appeal of certain things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the appeal of some video games. Like my husband wants
But saying
Oh,
saying you don't like video games is like saying you don't like movies, or saying you don't like music. It's an entire large class of
yeah.
things.
You just haven't found the video game you like yet.
Or that you don't like books. She probably does not like action platformers or beat 'em ups or shooters, I would guess.
yeah, that's.
I prefer rhythm games and party games. Those are kind of my genres. I'll do like the racing games and stuff like Kirby's Dream Buffet, Mario Kart, that kind of thing. Splatoon, I like Splatoon. But like if you get into like big, large scale RPGs, the only one that I could really palette playing myself is Final Fantasy X2, which is like the lightest version of that you can do.
Now it's 10-2. X is it's the Roman numeral 10.
Yes, I know that, but I call it X2.
That's wrong.
Well, I'm wrong then. So what? What you gonna do about it?
I'm wrong. I'm Ryuji. I'm going to make the dad joke of dad jokes. Take your punishment.
Lots of it.
That's okay, Sunshine. More video games for me.
It's okay. Not everybody has to like everything. But I think you would find a video game you liked if you were to observe some and you were to find a particular kind of genre you like.
If you like puzzles, there are a lot of video games.
Because, like, I'm not a gamer. I never spent time playing games as a kid. I did do a little bit of Sonic growing up. But
if you can't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I never really had too much time because I was too busy taking piano lessons and being in dance class and doing Girl Scouts and being in Taekwondo and all that other stuff. I never had time.
I am a lifelong gamer. If you haven't noticed, like a lot of the things that are like completely original lyrics from me, they are two pieces of music from video games.
Yep.
Notably, let's see, what were the two that are from video games I've actually played? Aerith's Theme and Lavender Town.
And
The
even
Genshin,
Impact, yeah.
it is from a video game, but that's from a video game I have never played. I don't play gacha games.
Puyo Tetris.
I just thought the piece of music was pretty and you wanted some words for it. And it is to this date probably the best collaboration we've ever done.
Seriously, that turned out really good.
And a certain She Who Must Not Be Named covered the same song, did not even have the decency to plagiarize me.
That's because she doesn't sing good lyrics. She's allergic to them.
You could have dropped the word lyrics off the end of that. And it would be and it would be grammatically incorrect, but true.
It's like, hold on, let me fart into my microphone here.
That person was one of the first YouTube cover artists who I got to one of their songs. I was like, and there was something about the words, they had been changed, but they were just a modification of the official English words. They were not a retranslation from Japanese or anything. Like, oh, what is this? It's so dumb. Click off.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Like, there's just a certain cover that happened to go viral at the right time when you could do that on YouTube way back in the day. And that's all it was. And she has a certain kind of appeal to the masses, to the uneducated masses. And
Yes, we are an ivory tower.
I will find my audience. I will find the audience that appreciates what we do.
Oh, also, Sunshine. Sanctuary from Kingdom Hearts, there's actually a Japanese song, Passion, which is completely different but uses the same melody. And I keep trying to get Carrie to sing an English translation of the original Japanese song, but we have never found time for it.
Sunshine sings Sanctuary.
Yeah, but she didn't sing me retranslating it from Japanese.
No. But she does sing it, and she sings it well. Actually, I should ask you to sing that at our next lesson. That would be cool. It's been a while since I've gotten to hear you sing it. Yeah, one day I'm going to do Ryu's lyrics for a cover. Well, it'll be one of those in between season things.
Lyrics, isn't that what we're here to do?
Actually.
I mean, look at... Also, everybody, I'm just going to brag, look at how nice and prettily organized it is.
Ooh. Look at how very...
the lines are numbered.
I was going to make I was going to make a straight joke here.
I mean, that's not what's going on there.
But it looks so nice and lined up and very straight.
Yeah, like you.
Like me. Well,
I actually don't know that. You might be, that thing where you can be both at once. What's it called? Greedy.
No, I will neither confirm nor deny people's suspicions about me, but
Carrie is greedy confirmed.
I'm definitely a Fujoshi. I will claim Fujoshi for sure. But as for my sexuality, I will let your mind wander on that.
You're married.
I am married.
So I don't need to wonder. You're an adult and you're married.
Okay. Because that's a good way to tell.
I mean, beyond that, it's none of my business. So, yes, Sunshine. I realized midway through saying that you were in the chat, and that I just rolled with it. You are greedy, Sunshine.
Greedy girls represent. Ultimate showdown intensifies. All right. We have covered just about every single topic, from politics to lyrics to everything here in this stream, except for these particular lyrics.
Gracious greed shine. How's that?
Greed shine.
It was not full shine. Greed shine.
She shines with greed. Is she's not a yellow star or a white star or a blue star. She's a green greedy star.
Green was envy.
Isn't that the same thing as greed? Well, I guess not. I relate the
I
two.
mean, I guess so.
Sunshine is
I
like,
mean,
no.
they're
Just no.
no. How very sunshine of her. Just no.
No.
I'm sure if we weren't like old, she would put us in timeout right now.
Stop trying to kill
Don't
me, you
injure-
guys.
Don't injure your voice. You need that to sing.
Oh my god. You guys get me
Otherwise, what am I doing all
going.
this translating for?
I don't know. I'm not going to be able to sing this by the end of the thing. She's
Oh, well, that's a
Aquastar. That means bomb star. She's the bomb. She is explosive, as a star should be.
Yeah, I could see her being made of mostly water.
Water.
Yeah, water. I'm making finger quotes, but you can't see it.
Okay.
Sunshine is like 98% water.
The spicy water.
Outer space, the only place you need to be going is a hospital.
Yeah, seriously, outer space. We're all worried about you here. But I'm going to turn you off for a second, Ryu, and I'm going to sing through this first verse and first chorus. And if that goes well, which it should, since we've ironed out most of the tricky stuff, we'll reconvene at the second. I'm not going to hang up or anything. I'm just switching my audio for a second.
Oh, I know. I was going to ask you something about the thing.
The thing?
Oh, yeah. You see were you having trouble with singing Tonda? Did you want me to split that up into 3 syllables and replace Subete with Mina?
No, I think it sings well enough as it is.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a little trippy there. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll sing it again, and then if it still sounds trippy to you, then we can fix it.
Yeah, I don't want to give you trip hazards. I'm already giving you a weird translation.
I am my own trip hazard. I will trip and choke on air, okay? That's who I am.
Yes, but that doesn't mean I need to make it worse. Okay, now you can do your thing.
All right, let's do this. All right, I'm going to go back here. Oh, it started a little too quickly. Go back, go back, go back. 花が咲いても未来が輝いても光って乗って雨に飛んだすべて My dreams don't feel always lying They keep leaving me behind in the loneliest isolation Someone sometimes never does Nothing more shall I want 手に始めれば全てを嬉しくて全てを Let me be I missed the line, I know The tears may fade just like this Say that nothing is blue And take us in love It's already lost Now no more All right, I think that was pretty good. I'm going to go through that one more time just for the sake. So hold on, guys. My dreams are always lying. They keep leaving me behind in a lonely isolation. Nothing more shall I want 暮れに走って全て I wish 全てを全てを Everybody, I choose my fate just like this, but and that was in all of them. That's already lost, not no more. Okay, I'll flip it back now. Okay, welcome back, Ryu.
Hello.
How was that?
It was fine. Is there an extra hidden syllable in this in line 01?
Um, kind of. It's a shadow syllable there. The English says that there's the word the. The singer, you do not hear the word the.
Okay, because
So
it
go
sounds like
figure.
you could split yaite into yaite if you wanted to, like optionally. I don't think you have to do that unless it'll make it easier to sing.
Mirai ga kagayate mo yaite. So you're leaving off the mo? Or what would you do? Sorry.
No, I was just saying it sounds like you could fit yai in that space if you wanted to. Otherwise, but you don't have to change anything.
What would you recommend? Because I could do it either way.
I mean, leave the mo on there. It's necessary for the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Temo means even though. It's literally even though the flower was
Mm-hmm.
blooming, even though this future was bright.
Hana ga
The,
saite mo, mirai ga
the sun was
kagayate mo.
kumote literally means covered over with clouds. The sun was overshadowed or overcast, and
Higaku?
then that becomes a descriptor of yami, dark,
Mm-hmm.
like the darkness into which everything disappears. Because usually you just get a big old lot of nouns in Japanese poetry. Most Japanese poetic writing is not in complete sentences.
Ah, right.
That's one of the more irritating parts about translation. You sometimes have to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Japanese words are long.
Yeah.
This is why it's not in complete sentences.
Yeah, you either get a long Japanese phrase that you got to fit into a tiny space, or you get a very concise Japanese phrase that you got to spread out over 2 lines. Seems to be one or the other.
The flower bloomed is a valid translation of hanaga saitemo, or even though the flower bloomed, hanaga saitemo, and the
So,
flower. Oh well, I guess it's similar because you have the even though in there, which is chunkier in English.
translations can either be beautiful or faithful, very rarely both. Well, Ryu and I want it all.
Strive for both.
It's true though. It's very difficult to do both. But that's why we have these sessions and we argue and I don't know. Ryu kind of forces me to err more towards the faithful side, although his words tend to be very beautiful regardless. So it kind of works out because he's not going to make something that doesn't sound poetic.
Yes, I studied poetry and things for ages and ages.
So if the
But
yeah,
creating a beautiful and faithful translation is not easy. Of course, you can't get everything you want. I've said you can't go into this thinking, I want. You more have to think, what is in front of me? Because some of these songs, when you translate them
sweet cat.
faithfully, the expressions, they sound pretty, but you can make them sound pretty, but they're also weird.
So yeah, it can be a battle. You have to pick and choose. And so some people make really ugly sounding, very Englishy kind of sounding things for the sake of keeping the exact vocabulary and structure of the Japanese. And that's where I kind of draw the line.
I don't think that's even though it's like word for word, I also don't think that's a faithful translation because you are not preserving.
Right. Like there's expressions and culture that you need to consider, We still need to do our little TED talk on translating songs and making trans lyrics. Although we'd be preaching to the choir because you guys have been here, but We should make a big deal out of that one day soon.
I mean, we kind of already do it on these little
Our
things.
space needs to go back to preschool. Well, so do we all because we want everything. I demand.
Yes.
I was raised like an only child and the youngest, sweetest girl who was spoiled rotten. I demand everything that I want.
The youngest, Swedishest girl.
Swedishdest.
Well, Outer Space, you need to go back to preschool with Sunshine, and she will teach you the truth. Actually, you need to go to back to preschool with Sunshine.
I would want to go. Well, I don't know if I'd want to go back to preschool with Sunshine because I don't know how I'd do in
Oh
her class. I'd probably be her worst
no, I
student.
don't want to do that. I'm too like old and grouchy for that.
Swedish
I'm
dish.
also like taller than her, so it kind of ruins the like whole illusion of authority.
Hashtag Swedish dish. We're gonna make shirts, guys.
I'm also like older than her, I think. So I'm like ancient.
Yeah, see, my brothers were 10 and 15 years older than me, I remind you. They were out of the house by the time I was really up and causing trouble. So I was raised like an only child. Um,
I was the oldest of the siblings I lived with. I had an older sister, but she didn't live with us. So I was the one who got like expected to be responsible. Like I wasn't the one who got like away with stuff. So I have a little lingering resentment for that.
so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. My brothers resent me sometimes.
We've already we've already established that I'm older than you, Sunshine. I'm like 34. I'm old.
I'm old. Some people know my age.
You're
But
not old.
I try
No.
not to let that be public knowledge.
Yeah, I know in music if you're like past like 14, you're not allowed to tell the public how old you are.
Right?
Some weird shit like that.
Oh Lord, the way you do it is you start in high school with private lessons. You start going into operatic training once you reach college. You do recitals and history and theory. And then you do multiple young artist programs and summer programs that you spend a ton of money on. You participate in competitions which you have to win or you're worthless. And by the time you graduate, you should already have a big, long laundry list of all those accolades. And then you join a big young artist program and intern for an opera company. And then maybe somebody notices you. And if you sleep around, then maybe you'll get a role. And that's your career, if you're lucky. Reasons why I left. Anyway.
Isn't that just the most poetic language? Fuck that shit.
Book that shit.
I know when to use the word when to use all words. There's a place for each and every almost each and every one. There are some words so evil that there is no place for them, but they are not. They aren't very many, but they are very evil.
Oh, man. I mean, some people do the rat race and are successful somehow. I mean, I guess it's determination just the same as having a YouTube career. But like after attending an audition where they literally measured my body parts to see like they were saying they were doing it for the sake of costumes, but really what they were doing is discounting people, like getting rid of the people who did not fit their current costumes because they didn't want to spend money to make a costume for somebody who is plus sized as I am. Um, yeah, that's the kind of humiliation in front of God and everybody. They would measure. There was a whole line of us, before this audition measuring us. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, and that was not uncommon. Nobody batted an eye.
There's like so much. Like, that's so horrible. I'm like, I mean, I know you're trying to lose weight, and which is good. I do have some concern for your health, but that doesn't mean people should be taking a tape measure to you.
Yeah,
That doesn't help you be healthy.
it's like I'm not losing weight just to lose weight, or to look good. I'm losing weight because I want to take it easier on my joints and I want to have more energy and I want to, get rid of some of the problems that being oversized comes with. But like, so be
I
it if
mean,
I can't lose weight, as long as I'm working towards being healthy. But like this career, man, I tell you, performance careers, and even on here in YouTube, like showing my actual face, like there are some people out there that are really mean.
I mean, you're only going to be so light. You're broad-shouldered, and I think you said you have a wide rib
Yeah, I
cage,
have a barrel rib cage.
and bones are heavy.
Bones are heavy. And as I gain more muscle, those are going to be heavy too. Hopefully, they'll help me burn more fat to make up for that.
Yeah,
But
but
like, I'm a
you
muscular
can't
person. Actually, I'm actually fairly strong. Like my legs from Taekwondo.
like you were made to be like a stockier person like me.
It's made to be a
Like
strong Swedish woman. Swedish dish.
yeah, like you're the Valkyrie, and your husband is your like fishy boy. Like, trust me, Carrie likes them fishy.
I like the
Like,
bishi bishis.
like sparkles and all.
Will not deny. Will not deny.
Like, you shake them, and like a pile of roses and some rainbows fall out.
Literally, in Karama's case.
And it gets and there's and they like just touch something, and there's glitter on it forever. Bishy isn't my overall type, but I have seen some Bishy guys that I did think were attractive.
Yeah. So, Sunshine, aren't most opera singers on the larger side though? See, that's the thing. Is the ones that you see on stage that are larger are either A, male, because there's a double standard there, you see, or B, already have like long established careers. But you actually go to like the Met and you will not see very overweight. You won't see like super slender skinny because you actually can't sing without some heft on you. That's true. Um, but like you won't see super skinny people. You will see kind of more mid-sized people, but they're not plus size people like me.
And
You won't see those on stage at the A houses or even most of the B houses. And there's enough
so,
slender singers in the world that are decent enough singers that they get cast over other people that are good at singing that don't look the part.
yeah, and it goes in cycles. Sometimes like slender is fashionable. Sometimes voluptuous is fashionable.
So,
Of course, it's a shame that we get judged so much on how we like
that's
look. I don't
right?
think I'm personally ugly, but I'm not. I'm also not particularly attractive. I'm just kind of average looking. I think.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you're attractive to somebody. I think every human being has attractive features to them,
Oh,
you
of
know?
course. Like but I will never be like visually that marketable because I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm not commercially beautiful.
granted, my writing is also not commercially beautiful. It's like you're constant. If you try to read through something I've written, you're just going to trip over all the flowers. So just wallow in them. It's for people who want to wallow in the flowers.
Ah, you are just covered in flowers, which is ironic for the stereotype of the way that you look and your type in
Yeah.
general.
But what I think looks visually pleasing on a male human is not the same thing I would think looks visually pleasing on a tree, and I don't see why it should be.
Precisely. Every person is unique. Every thing is unique. More muscles. The only workout I get these days is carrying children. I would think you'd be super strong from all the exercise you must get with those kids. Oh my God. K-pop industry definitely has that issue to the extreme too. Yeah, there are idols feigning left and right because they don't eat and they're forced to lose weight. They're yelled at. Like I've heard
I think
terrible things.
I think like skeletally thin people, like I don't find that attractive.
No, I don't find the super thin people like
Like
very, very attractive. Although even they have their attractive parts. I mean, some people are thin not because they choose to be, but that's just who they are.
I mean, if the person's just kind of on the small side naturally, you can usually tell they're not usually skeletal looking.
Yeah. If I see somebody with a lot of bones poking out, I worry about them.
Like, here, let me give you food, or worry they have cancer or something. I do have fairly nice hair myself, I think. Kind of, sort of, at least.
We don't need any more.
So that's the first thing that I notice about a person, I think, is their hair.
I'm jealous of how much wonderful hair you have.
I washed
I
my
started
hair, it's
getting,
all fluffy.
I started getting a receding hairline on the sides, which is so I now have a mohawk to cover that up. I look so rebellious, and I'm not particularly rebellious. It's just a fashion thing because it's what looks good on my head, and I'm like, well, okay, I like how it looks. I get asked if I like metal or punk music a lot, and I'm like, it's okay. Excuse
So
me while I go wallow with these flowers.
that's a classic case of don't judge somebody by their looks. Pretty
Or
sure
by
everybody
their name.
notices your hair. It's pink, purple, and blue. Yeah, you got that unicorn look going on. I love it. I personally think you're a very pretty person, Sunshine.
I actually constantly get mistaken for an actual Japanese person on Twitter. It's a combination of the name and that I can speak just enough of the language. Like, I constantly retweet things like just pictures of flowers, and I
I've
translate what it
noticed.
said because I like pictures of flowers, and there is a lot of beautiful nature photography that comes out of Japan. And I can read the little blurb and I translate it for people because I'm mostly retweeting it to English speakers. But when it's upon me, Japanese, I'm like, no. Why do you think that? And then someone was like, well, you have this name and you constantly retweet things that are in Japanese. I was like, oh. I was like, no, I'm just an old weeb. And then someone told me once, like, you are a like top tier weeb or something.
Top tier weeb. That's you.
Like, I am so.
Oh, Sunshine's mad at me now. I called her a unicorn, but she's a mermaid. That's true. She's got more blue in her hair. And yeah, the pink and the red colors tend to fade out. Like you can, the red is still in my hair, but you can't see it as clearly as you used to be able to. It's still there. This lighting doesn't do it justice. But yeah,
I
reds
did.
and pinks fade very fast, I'm told.
I did wonder if Sunshine was Korean just because of how obsessed she was with K-pop. I did not know how popular K-pop was back then. Like, I was totally out of the loop on that one. So he probably had some connection to Korea, like that her was recently from there or something.
She is a source of information about Korean popular music. Yeah, I know it would fade. I'm kind of an expert now with hair dye. Yeah, you've done a lot. I'm going to be
You're
that
just
bold one day.
you're transcribing all the apostrophes and everything.
I know, just because I feel like it. I'll probably remove them later.
I put them in there just to help you know which to sing.
Yeah, and that's kind of actually why I'm keeping them in is because it helps.
Except for like I did translate ing forms the way I actually pronounce them. I am a G dropper.
It's just funny to see
Sometimes.
like these dreams embraced. If they can't be, then I don't want them. But I suppose that suits the mood.
It's it's a transcription of how I would actually say it. Of course, like that form is Like, it's been used in English poetry in the Middle Ages and after. So I'm like, if it was good enough for Chaucer and Shakespeare, it's good enough for me.
All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sing through the second verse and the second, what I'm assuming is the second chorus, and I'll be back. You let me know how I do when I return.
Yes, Sunshine, I know that now. Okay, as you were.
All righty, here we go. Let me try and find the beginning of the second verse. Is that it? I thought that was the second verse. Did I? Yes.
My everything, my
Oh, I keep forgetting to put that. Let me fix that right now. No, I do believe that's what's there, right? Yeah, so that the Okay, so here we go. Beginning of the second verse now. Wish me luck. Did I miss a whole section there? I missed a whole section, no. There's a lot more in this line right here. Let me go back. Okay, I don't know what my brain is doing, but I'm like missing. There's like, I feel like there's a line missing here. I don't know why. There's a lot missing there. Maybe something got backspaced out. Yeah. Let me check the other version here. That was line, like around line 20.
That's a really bad assumption.
I don't know if you meant to hold on to some of these vowels longer than the syllables. Maybe some, yeah, I'm kind, I don't see it here either. So there, let me try it again. My memories all betray me. They tell you all that's inside me. Oh wait. Go back. Memories all betray me. They tell you all that's inside me. Cherish things no remainder. I can figure that out. inside me.
大切なものが
Show it so strong This is a little weird. I'm gonna have you sing this part.
Am I back?
There, now you're back. All right,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I
was
can't
like,
get it to
where's the-
match.
Oh, well, first of all, the formatting is all wonky. It should be like there was like too many letters.
But this
Let's take
Useta Koto needs a lot more added to it.
Really? Where does it go? That doesn't remind me more than anything else. Where is it?
So, like, if you heard me sing it,
Let me just pull up the piece of music.
because I could
Where is
find it. Too many letters, not enough time.
Let's see. Because I thought that was all that was there. It's some. Let's see.
It seems to continue on. Like the English there, I think, is more than anything else. Like you got enough for the Now They Torment Me, but there's another half of that section missing. And then the rest of it, I think I can get to fit. It's a little bit wonky, and I might need your help with that if you didn't like the way that I was doing it.
I'm trying to figure it out. Give me just a second.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very stupid.
Jidai no rekirenai kyoku wo omoidasu useta koto.
Okay, so you're holding ta'a and ko'o
Or oh no,
and to'o.
oh no, they held out some. Really realized
This one has
they held
zero
out.
there. So, apparently not. It's a founding vitamin bottle.
Remember the old days? What beautiful memories. But that matches correctly, doesn't it?
Yeah, my
Like
memories all betray me.
Oh no, the Jidai.
Oh yeah,
Kyo.
all that before it was fine.
Omoidas demo fits.
Omoidaste mo, useta koto, dun, 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 something. That's where I lose it. Yeah, everything up through omoidaste mo is fine, and the useta koto
matches the exact like the words that are the words that are transcribed, but the way she sings it, I think is distorted.
Yeah, so do you want me to just like hold out ta and ko'o to'o or something?
No, that koto would mean something else. Koto means thing.
Okay. I think the game lagged for a moment. It showed
I
the door
remember this
open. I tried
demo.
to walk through it, and it bounced me back.
Because you can hear where it's weird, right?
Yeah, it's missing like 2 syllables, isn't it?
Something like that. It's so weird hearing Japanese when I'm so used to the way Korean sounds. I know that sometimes I hear Japanese versions of the Korean songs and I'm like, oh, that's different.
Oh, I could make it right. It's missing 2 syllables, right?
I believe so. I'd have to hear it again to be sure.
Let's throw in some more words. Ta koto ga nai. There, now it rhymes.
Ganai. Okay, let me try it. I'll be back. Okay, here we go. Betrays me, tells you all that's inside me. Shares with no reminder. Okay, I gotta figure out that last phrase. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna come back. 1 second,
You
and
can get rid of this apostrophe S on the end.
we're back.
Oh, sorry, I was just like talking all over the place.
So I told you I was gonna leave for a second.
Yeah, you did. I just forgot. So first of all,
So that
we
worked
can
up
get rid
until
of
the
that
point that I
apostrophe
stopped,
end
though.
on-
So you don't need to make any
Yeah.
drastic changes.
No, get rid of that apostrophe end on S on sun. That's way too much of a tongue twister. I tried to sing it and it just like the shit. That's a horrible tongue twister that I didn't even mean to put in there. The shadows shine in far away. I told you were gonna hate it.
Yeah. That's a very crazy line there. That doesn't really solve the issue of the syllables, though. I couldn't figure out how it matches.
Okay, let me grab the
Na,
who's he?
na,
What's
na,
it?
na, 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 na. Did you hear like an extra shadow syllable in there or something? Because I can
I mean, there's a
squish it in, but it doesn't sound all that great if I do that. It might
Let
be
me
that the
go.
Japanese is actually like that, but I don't hear that for whatever reason.
Let's just go through it and see. I'm just gonna go through that whole section.
Okay.
古き良き時代の綺麗な記憶を思い出すでも失せたことがない。My memories all betray me. They tear through all that's inside me. Of cherishing no remainder. The shadows sunshine in far away. Yet I'm always with you. 君生きれば
Okay, I see what you did. You did squish it all together there. Okay. I can do it like that.
Yeah,
It's just not going to
I
sound. I don't hear that. I don't know.
which that's how I hear it. I hear that syllable in there. Maybe I picked up on like one of those prenasalization shadows or something.
What I'd rather do is do.
I mean, this stuff's
Let me
fine.
show you here.
You can just say it. I have ears.
Well, okay. The shadowed
Let me-
sun shines far away is what my instinct is telling me to do and what I hear rhythmically instead of adding in an extra syllable. The shadowed sun shining far away. The shadowed sun shines far away.
Okay.
Let me take a look at what the Japanese actually was.
Yeah, I'm sure you're correct in the amount of syllables there, but sonically, I don't hear all of those syllables coming through. A lot of them are like glided together, it feels like. And I don't hear the definition in the actual like articulation in the song. The way that she sings it sounds too smooth.
Mo Hitotsumo. She probably like,
No, son, don't go far away. Our dear shadowed sunshine.
or it could be the kite. Kute becomes kite often. Go ahead, have it your way with that.
I'm giving you your full inversion here. You
Yeah, I
best
know. That's
you,
what I said. I was saying that unironically. Go ahead, have your way with
you
that.
you
I'm not,
best you best be.
hey, I gave you Hollow Hunger completely in English too. Granted, it didn't reverse well.
It was a weird one. I'm gonna have fun singing that tomorrow though if I get a chance, if we don't lose power. I still don't hear too much of a hurricane going on outside. It was supposed to start gearing up about now, I think, but of course I think it's taken its sweet time. It's like biding its time in the Gulf. I just hope I don't have to go to work on Thursday.
Let me put that ganai in after koto. So that way when you come back to grab off the kanji. You know?
Where yeah, you're up there.
Maybe we'll be wrong about the algorithm and this will be wildly successful. And maybe I'll buy a winning lottery ticket tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I mean, nobody else is gonna have a version quite like this. And that's what I think is
No.
cool. Like this is just a cool project to do. I don't know how many people are going to go for it. Cuz if I just
But
put
wouldn't-
I'll market this as just cover or like
You could even
VTuber
say-
cover or something like that. But
You could-
then it's going to be in direct competition with all the other like straight covers of it that are not English. So people are going to expect like a straight cover of it. They're not going to get what they want. If they want an English version of it, they're not going to get what they want. Like nobody's going to get what they want here except for us.
Well, you used the word, I think, fusion with A Cruel Angel's Thesis.
Yeah, I thought that was a
And it
cool
goes-
word, but I don't know if that's really going to like be searched for well. I think that was a fluke, honestly. I don't think it was because of the word fusion that one did all right. And
No, but you might as well include it.
frankly, that's a dead video right now. But I think that's more because of subject matter than because of the way that we did it.
But when it was like first doing its like thing, it did pretty well. And since this is a current song, I
Sunshine.
have some idea.
Who cares what
I have some
anyone other
idea.
than what us want? Touche, Sunshine. We're the only ones that matter, right?
And my whole like, I guess my only quote unquote I want here to express what this person probably wanted to express from the beginning, and I have no idea who they are, and I do not have access to them. And I often wish I could just ask the person who wrote these words, like, what did they mean, or does this sound good to you? And then they would probably be like, you care. They'd probably tell me I cared way more about it than they do.
Most likely.
But that makes it interesting.
No, I'm not.
So
I don't think anyone else put so much I don't know what into translating anime songs.
who would think? But anime is just for children, right? So I'm already greedy, according to you. I might as well act that way. Go ahead, Sunshine. Queen of Bunnyland will get her way.
Apparitioning greed shine. She's going to hate that and say no. I just know.
She's just gonna be like, no.
And then I'm going to say apparitioning green shine. Green shine.
Green shine. Oh no.
I'm not that articulate.
We are losing our articulation. Okay, so
But-
let me disappear and go through this little bit again. Now that we've made those corrections, and I'm going to check the chorus this time. I'm going to go all the way through the chorus, and then I'll be back.
Be right back. I actually have to go do a thing.
Okay. You need to leave? Like, forever?
Yeah. Go for it.
Ryu? Okay, anyway. I will be back in a second. We'll see if Ryu is back by the time I get back.
This game is amazing.
All right, so let's check it. Actually, when Ryu posted in the Discord about the Queen dying, I thought you were talking about me for a second. Oh! I'll bet you feel like you're dying. I want to know how your work situation is actually, though, Sunshine. Is your coworker still a pain in the arse, or have you been freed from that yet? In one way or another. So I'm gonna sing this. Memories all betray me. They tear to all that's inside me. Of cherishes I'll remember. The showing sunshine to me. That I'm always with you. So everything that wish me the above your breath is dreams you rise. I can't be that I know. Keep on going. It's just as you see pain that goes on and on with no end. Still a pain, but I may be getting freed soon. I had a third interview with the school today. Actually went in person. The school's an hour away. Is that the one that you were hoping for? Or at least one of the ones you were hoping for? Oh, I hope you get it. Good luck. That sounds positive, though.
希望まで捨てて消えてしまう My everything
They catch us in these dreams embrace. If they can't be, then I don't want them. I'll throw them. That's where I lose it. It's just unceasing pain. It goes on with no end. Oh. Okay, so Ryu says he's back. I'm gonna come on. Just give me a second. Good, we're back. And that all checked out. There was 2 lines where the emphasis was on the wrong syllable, but frankly, I don't know how to fix it.
What is it?
2 places, and that is if they can't be, then I don't want them. I'll throw that hopes. It was something. So I'll throw that hope so. It was like emphasis on that in here, I think. I'll throw that hope so far away. Is a little awkward, and then it's exhausted through and through. And then unceasing ended up being unceasing.
Oh, I
It's
can't.
just unceasing pain. So those are the only 2 places I'm a little eyebrow raised at, but they don't bother me like super much.
Yeah, but that means I have to try to fix them anyway.
Okay. Have at it. First interview with them on September 1st, so it's kind of been dragging on a
Okay,
bit.
so
Let's find out by the end. Okay.
okay. Let's see. This line, English tends to be iambic. I'll throw that hope so far away. That's just how English normally flows.
Right. I'll throw that hope so far away. I think that's how
about
that goes.
this?
I
I'll
can't
go-
remember how that part went, but I remember it being a little awkward when I was singing with the music.
How's this? I'll go throw the hope far away. Does that fit? I'll go throw the hope far away.
No, that's
I
still
don't-
you're just replacing one weak syllable with or one weak word with another.
It wasn't that. Wasn't that the wrong word? Which word is wrong?
It's the order that's wrong. The words are not wrong.
I mean, is it the which word is in the wrong place? Is it that?
Hold on, let me check it once more. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, hold on. Okay, I figured out a way to fix it.
Okay, what's wrong? What is wrong with it?
So-
I don't understand.
I will
What-
throw that hope far away. That's what I want to
That
do.
fixes it.
Yeah. I will throw that hope far away. Because it's like, I'll throw that hope so far away. You hear the
I'm
difference?
just so yeah, I'm just so used to Japanese emphasizing insignificant words.
Yeah, they do that all the time. And
A part
then,
of it is because of the structure of Japanese.
yeah.
Like a lot an insignificant word because it has
Mm-hmm.
like wool. Wool is emphasized all over the place.
It's not
it-
significant.
It is so insignificant. It does not translate.
Yeah, it has no translation.
Hey, the thing, the direct object of the verb. That's all it is. It's like to
Oh,
or
I
at.
stuck in a web.
So, okay, one other
Like-
little bit,
This is a
and
this is
that
a good thing to learn.
it's just unceasing pain.
Yeah, sticking around.
That was hard. That line was hard to fit.
Yeah, if you don't want to change it, I'm okay with it.
Break yourself.
It's just unceasing is not the way we
Yeah.
emphasize that
Yeah,
word.
I know.
I mean, if you rearrange the words,
It's just
it-
pain unceasing.
Squirrels.
it fits. Does that fit?
Could I say this pain is unceasing?
Let me check the Japanese. I think there's a reason I put the word just in.
Yeah, there might have been a reason you had that.
What's the number?
That's 34.
34.
Look at how organized you are.
Konna, like that's the word. Yeah, there's like, konna. Let me check what konna means.
You could say, like pain that's unceasing.
In general, don't play with.
Okay, the word konna. It also gives me the word because there's. I think I figured it out.
There's no rhyme scheme there that I need to worry about, right?
I don't think so.
No. Because I was like, were you trying to do something with pain and end? But no,
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, such pain is unceasing. I guess
It might be.
I think it's always ing with it when it's an is. Like the pain is unceasing. Yeah, I'd always say that ing. Even though I'm normally a G dropper, I would not drop the G there.
Either way.
And then this
Such-
needs to become it goes on and on without end, so it makes grammatical sense.
It goes on and on with no end. With no end.
I originally typed without, but I changed it to with no because I remember the no verb, or the no vowel is the best vowel. Sort of.
Thought without end, with no end. What do you think sounds better to you?
I think no sounds better. Ow is an ugly sound.
Without. Without end, with no end.
I think with no end sounds prettier.
Mm.
Owl has like a sort of punchiness that's good in certain places, but not here.
Yeah.
Like the line "I'll swipe and I'll fight" from what was
I'll
it?
swipe and
Won't you
I'll fight. Yeah, the summertime
It was
render.
ubai yao, ubai now in Japanese.
Sunshine disagrees with you.
Sunshine is welcome to be wrong.
Are you going to sit and take that, Sunshine? He's calling you wrong. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I could go either way.
Incorrecting wrong shine.
My instinct is without end as well, just because of the structure of it, and also monosyllabic words tend to not be as easy to understand.
What other monosyllabic word is it going to be there?
Because you have it goes on and on with no end. Like it's a line of nothing but monosyllabic words. And I kind of have the instinct to want to spice it up with a non-monosyllabic word. But with that being said, it's the last phrase of this section and it slows down a little bit, or it like has room to breathe a little bit more. So this can still work. So that's why I say I'm kind of on the fence. My instinct is
Also
without,
goes.
but no, I do believe does sound prettier.
It also has a sort of a
He can
Sonic
call me wrong
parallel.
all he wants. Doesn't make him right.
goes, no, and end, on, it, with. If you put the out in there, it throws in an extra ugly sound.
Well, aren't you fancy?
And, well, it's properly called a what is it? A closing diphthong, if you want to be specific about what ow is.
Wow.
Like a and I and oo and oi, it is a closing diphthong.
Or wow.
Yeah. Well, ow, ow, o, a,
It is
I,
interesting if they
and
like
oi,
came out because of
and
Oi.
e and oo are the closing diphthongs of English. I think that's all of them.
Oi.
Some of them are called long vowels, but they're not. They're not long vowels. They're a sequence of a vowel and a glide sound. Oo, e, not oo, e, like it would be in Japanese, or o. No, in English we say o. It's a closing diphthong.
Right. We wouldn't go. I wouldn't say, "Oh, I want to go to the store."
Yeah, that sounds like you imitating a foreign accent.
Yeah, that's actually how you create certain accents.
Yeah, you turn the diphthongs into pure vowels.
Ryu is a
I actually do
linguist
have
now. He is a bit of a linguist. That's not your
yes,
day.
as a part of my like studies, I did study like French linguistics and English linguistics. That is actually my yeah my
might have some
undergraduate. I had a
similarities
double
in
major in English and French, and I also have my master's in like English literature and linguistics.
I love how we can like
I just
speak a little bit of IPA with each other.
You can see the clipping through the wall a little bit, trying to reach the last one. That's too
anyway.
far.
I say no. It parallels the
that's-
goes.
Oh
I
It's
put two more.
it's
And it looks like you
No.
the
put
line
two
is
more.
very atonal as it is to be pretty.
Oh, that's funny.
Do not mess up my assonance, or I will call you an asshole. So take your punish. Round 2.
Okay.
Assonance actually is the word for internal vowel repetition. Some people call it like slant rhyme or off rhyme. It's actually called assonance.
You know what? You can munch
What?
on. If you're going to talk about assonance, you can munch on these nuts.
Oh, you collected Webster in that craziness.
You mean these notes?
These nuts.
Notes. We're singing. They're
Notes.
notes.
I didn't even.
You like my big Brazil note?
Yes, the assonance and consonance are the two forms of alliteration.
I should.
And I don't
Very
like
good.
any of them. But I sing them anyway because Ryu has me whipped. I am forced to live in this purgatory.
Most women have their gay best friends pick out their clothes. Instead, I torture you with alliteration.
You're just making sure I have a nice assonance
And a nice consonants.
and nice consonants. You have to, you have to have those C and A's.
Certified nursing assistants? I don't think we're quite decrepit enough to need those now.
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting there.
Stop being an old lady.
I know. Tell my body that. My body thinks I'm like 80 years old. My brain likes to act like it's 14-year-old.
No, that's a little generous. I think you're closer to 12.
Most days. I can be
Like I say-
mature some days. I can age up to 14 on a good day, depending on if I've had my meds or not.
Yororain-san is a mature married woman. Hana-chan
Is 12. Yes. She has her bi best friend to stick up for her against you. There we go. I have the whole army fighting each other.
Hey, extra entertainment for the chat. People eat this up, apparently.
No.
Oh my gosh. I think she's closer to 2. Sunshine, don't spill my secrets just because you take lessons from me and know like how I behave in a lesson.
Oh, we've done these lyric things off stream before. You're the same person everywhere.
Unfortunately. I can't be anybody else. I've tried. It fails. I am 2.
Don't worry. Don't worry, you can be a mature married woman and 12.
Pretty soon you're going to be calling me your little wackadoo, Sunshine. She's saying I act like her children.
Sunshine's just a square. Quadrilateral square shine.
Square shine. Square shine.
Yes, square shine.
She is prismatic hair shine.
I like that. Oh, speaking of which, the sun kanji is actually a square.
What? Really?
Well, it's actually a rectangle with a line in the middle of it, but you get the idea. The squarest kanji means mouth.
Like this.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. How dare you? I am a heart. Oh, that's why you and Ryu have cannot get along.
The heart kanji looks like the fu kana. Does that mean you're a fu?
Foo.
See, look. The first one is like kokoro. That's the heart kanji, and the second one is the hiragana fu.
Huh.
Which I don't even think is the onyomi of the kokoro kanji. I think it's shin. So I'm not sure why the fu kana looks like that. Yeah, it is shin.
No,
It's like shinzo means like your anatomical heart.
I love how this program is auto-correcting all the apostrophes.
So sunshine is a fu kana confirmed.
All right. Let me disappear for a second to test out this bridge section. And we just have the last little bit to go, which I'm sure is fine. But we'll touch base before that. Give me a moment. Here we go. It goes on and on without pain, without end. Oh. It's so bad, so finally. Did I miss a lot here? Hold on. 40, 41. No, I didn't. Let me go back. Yep, I think you're gonna need to sing that, Ryu. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. You're on.
Okay, let's see if I can figure out what on earth I was even thinking.
Yeah, there's like a lot of extra syllables there.
Well, first of all, we know where to find out what I was thinking. Let's pull up the what's the number?
Oh yeah, that's right. This is starting 40.
We're not that old yet.
Tell my body that.
Let's have Carrie's body. You are not 40 yet. Let me just find this in the song. To home as it used to be.
This video I'm looking at has the most ridiculous translation of this song.
No, exactly.
Is it the one from HY Lyrics X?
Yes.
That was the initial transcription I used, and it is wrong in so many places.
Oh my god.
Hot soul that burns soft silently, gather up everything you ever dreamed. Oh, that is wrong.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Okay. Line 40 did work, right?
40 worked.
Okay, so it's line 41.
41
Let's see
needs like a little bit more, because then when you get to 42, if you start it like the phrase after, and then the big giant dramatic phrase the high pitched one is "Oh All I Ever Loved," then I think it works. But then the final 44 seems like it needs a little bit more added to it.
Let me.
So I
So
believe
first,
42, 43 are okay.
Super.
41 needs help, and 44 needs help.
They do that in a few places in this game. Say that they need it for you.
Tsumeta soto.
Nice. Signing out of Discord.
Yaketsu koro ni tsumeta soto. Senja wo. Sen.
Spiders. And I'm turned around and it's cheesy things you don't even realize. So it from the curves it out.
No, no. Okay, I went back too far. I see. Eru no. Ah. Yaketu koro ni tsumeta soto. Senjaku wo. Is 41 too many syllables or too few?
I think it was too few. I need to listen to it again. Do you want me to check it out for a sec?
Because what I hear is tsumeta soto senjaku wo. Tsumete soto senjaku wo. So it's 10. Gather up everything you ever dreamed. Gather. Okay, it's matched all weirdly. I might have to give you a word I don't like.
Oh, I think you owe
Let's
me.
let me see if this will fit. The waters of the deep sea, then we together can return to home as it used to be. Ah, hot soul that burns soft silently, gather up all that your heart ever dreamed. Ouch, that hurt, but it fits.
Gather up
All
all
that your
the
heart.
all that your heart.
Yes.
Okay, do you want me to try that now?
Ah,
Oh,
it Ow, that hurt so much.
you deserve
You
it.
can have. Yes, I do. And word is in there. It's just represented. You know, this is such a sweet, sad song. It can have the hokey word. I'm just being silly.
You just
I don't
uttered the
hate
word
that.
heart. Thank God it was on video so we can't deny it. Smile, you're on candid camera.
I don't hate the word on principle. I just had to wean you off translating everything as it. It's like the word tank in part one. And it said the word tank, like a fuel tank. That does not mean heart. That was hard to wean above. That word is best used sparingly.
I will
That
use
was one
it
of our
all I
first.
like. The moon is crying teardrops of moonlight.
I mean, if the word moon weren't in there twice, That would be nice. I think I would say the moon is crying. I think I might say now heaven's crying teardrops of moonlight or something like that. I have to look at what the Japanese actually
Yeah.
wrote.
Anyway,
Or the moon is crying teardrops of. There is no Japanese word for moonlight that short. I guess gishoku could be gishok, but that sounds weird and unnatural.
all right. Let me test this out. I will be right back. All right. Let's see. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Gather up. Mm-hmm. Wait. Wait, that's not working for me now. I thought it did before. So that burns. If I get rid of that, hold on, I'll bring you back. 1 second. Okay, you're back now.
Okay, what's wrong?
I want to get rid of the that in the first line. In line 40.
In pots. Why?
Because
I'm
wait,
totally
wait.
confused.
Do you want the phrase to start on hot soul that burns soft silently, or do you want it
It's like a really fast phrase.
a hot soul that burns soft silently?
I think it's. Let me find it.
Because if I put ah there, it's going to sound like a hot soul that burns soft silently, and I can do that.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
but there's nothing sonically I can do about that. Anyway, this gather up
Hot soul that burns
all that your heart
silently.
ever dreamed is way too long.
Tsumete soto. It matches the number of syllables exactly.
Yeah, but you got to listen to the music. Sunshine's going to sleep. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being greedy.
Oh. Hot soul that burns soft silently. Gather up all that your heart ever dreamed. It matches when I do it.
Okay, let me try it again. Maybe I'm weird.
Can you not hear what I'm doing? Am I like inventing a syllable somewhere?
Unless I hear you with the background music, I can't really tell. But let
I
me
don't know how
try
I can
it.
send the background. I don't know how I can send the background music through Discord.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, let me try it again. I know there's a way to get this to work. There we go. Cause like hot soul that burns soft silently. Do you hear that? I hope you're listening. Soul that burns soft silently. There's like no room for the extra syllable there. Good, you're listening. There's like no room for the extra syllable there. So, hot soul that burns soft silently. So, we could get rid of hot, a soul that burns soft silently, or we can make it, I am on line 40. Line 40. And the one that we really got to fix is 41. But I wasn't there yet. I had a question about this, and I just confirmed it when I was singing it again. 40 is at 2:45. No, 40 is at like 232. Yeah, 233 on the Lyrics X video. That explains the mismatch. That's what I thought. Yeah. Da 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 da. So that's what I need. Is da 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 da. I need 7 syllables with that precise emphasis. So gather can't be the first one because that would be gather instead of gather. Did I miss part of the song? Am I an idiot? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I was looking over here. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a dipstick. Here, let me bring you back. And I deserve the laughter. Yes. Okay. Why did I miss that? Holy crap. I was thinking that was a small, like,
Because of how the scrolling looked, it's just a brain fart. I was so confused though because I was like, I was going to that part of the song and I was like, it's perfect.
I'm an idiot. Oh my God.
You didn't hear me singing that part several times.
I did not. I did not because remember, I told you we were starting at 40. So you started at 40.
No, I like sung that part just to get myself into the rhythm.
Okay, you weren't singing it
paying
loud then. I
attention to
guess I
what
wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
I'm also fairly soft spoken.
Okay. So does that mean we need to revert this other line back to what it was?
No. That line 41 did need some work.
Gather up
And that
all that your heart ever dreamed. Okay. So
and I bet you like that poofy hokey line as it is, and it is still accurate, so you can have it.
all right. All right, let me test this correctly now. I'll be right back.
Honestly, that R vowel is also very nice.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Caroline the idiot sings again. Let's plunge our burning fingers through the waters of the deep sea. Then we together can return to whom place it used to be. Yes, it's a mess of everything. Speaking of how to live, souls of everything. Let's build a joy. Some kind. 包んでくれた私の全ては My everything I wish I could 全てが全てが In your hands it is enough now It's so empty so we say Take a hand out the stars And it's nothing of it Will forever embrace deep inside Oh my God. Okay, I'm coming back. Hold on. There we go. You're back.
Yes, I was thinking. So it all fits.
That's perfect. Yep, it all works beautifully. Why do I ever doubt you?
Because you are a rational human being with thoughts and feelings of your own.
I haven't had enough water.
Oh, I was thinking about. I just noticed that burn got repeated, like burning fingers and soul that burns. And I was wondering if burning fingers should become like flaming fingers or smoldering fingers.
Flaming Fingers does have the alliteration. Burning finger.
Are you? I think it's more like burn, like Let me check what this word means. It's like moe sakaru or something like that. Moesak. Oh, it's to blaze. It's to blaze. Or so flame works. It's actually more accurate that way.
Flaming fingers.
Or blazing.
Blazing. I thought you'd go for the alliteration.
I don't like the word flamin'. It reminds me of flamin' hot Cheetos. It feels too marked.
Because it reminds you of a spicy snack. You don't like it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or like a flaming individual who is overly flamboyant.
But that's my favorite type. Are you bashing on my favorite type?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Nakama loves flaming Cheetos. Nakama, did I miss you when you came in? I'm sorry.
Nakama was here earlier. I meant to say hi, but I think I was like...
Shoot, I was napping until a bit ago. How's it going, guys? Oh, I'm sorry, Nakama. I was too busy being an idiot to figure out that I was being an idiot and ignoring you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had this big fight earlier that I somehow won. That I did not think I was going to
We
win.
will see if the algorithm determines you the winner or not. Will the song's popularity defeat the fact that this is going to be a mixed language song? And I can
know it's beautiful. This is, I think, one of my best translations so far, so I had to go to bat for it.
I'll let you have it. Like, it's not like I don't want to sing the Japanese. So
I know. I think I wanted to hope I could win you over to it by appealing to your like Kokoro organ.
Yeah, you gave me my line. And Nakama's like, I'm hearing Ryu. That's so cool.
You haven't heard me before? I've done this a few times. I even had to sing things to help her understand how they fit.
Sometimes you haven't been able to come on, though. Sometimes I get it without you having to sing. We give you a break every now and again.
Know. These are fun, but I can't always make all this noise this late at night. I mean, the house is empty, but for me tonight, so I can make all the noise I want.
Okay, so I feel pretty good about this. Yeah.
Oh well, congratulations! Is this your first time hearing me? If so, is there any specific words you want me to pronounce that would amuse you? Like, I'm in a good mood.
Here, just sing the whole thing. I'll relax for once.
They don't want to hear that. And I can't.
Yes, they do. Actually, you have the proof. Everybody's asked you to sing.
They totally want me to do that. I don't know that I can keep my breath that long.
They just want you to. They just want you to be tortured.
They want me to make a fool of myself in quote unquote public. But if you really want it, I can't project. I'm not in the room with Caroline, and I cannot project the audio through Discord. I'm like several states north of Caroline, in fact.
Thank goodness, otherwise you'd be caught in the hurricane.
I'm in a state with a name similar to Caroline.
We're in the same time zone.
We are. It is 10:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yes.
The 27th of September 2022. It is a Tuesday.
Yes.
And you can tell I have a bit of an old-fashioned way of pronouncing things because I say Tuesday rather than Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, I am stalling. Like, if you all seriously want to hear me sing this...
Just sing the first chorus for us.
I don't think I can actually...
That's not hard. See, Nakama...
Says the classically trained opera singer. I don't sing. I write stories. So, I write stories that Carrie doesn't even read.
Well, I might get time if If we have a power outage here and my phone still has, I'll read it on my phone.
That
But I've
reminds me,
kind of
you
been
don't
dealing
have
with
to.
my husband being in the ER and my own body being
I
sore and a hurricane coming.
I know. I can't grudge you. It's not like you're just like, I don't want to read this.
Yeah, you
You're
have to
like,
chide me. You have to. All right, your
hey,
punishment is singing this first chorus. Get to it right now. Ready? Deep breath and go.
I'm waiting for the music to catch up.
Okay, that's fair.
花が咲いても、未来が輝いても、日が曇って、闇の飛んだすべて。My dreams, they are always lying. They keep leaving me behind in the loneliest isolation. Somewhere lost sunrise never comes. Nothing more shall I want. 彼に始めれば、すべても
More support.
愛したすべても、すべてと。Oh, let me hear your answer right now. Our tears may fade just like leaves, but still we know the flower bloomed. In that world, beloved, that's already lost, now no more.
I love how your pronunciation started to like shift till you got to that point, and you were really very Englishy by the end of it.
良き時代の綺麗な記憶を思い出すでも防いだことがない。
Oh, you're
My
doing the whole
memories
thing.
all betray me. They tear through that's inside me. They cherish things no remainder. The shadows shining far away. Yet I'm always with you. 君生きればすべても抱きしめたすべても These dreams embraced. If they can't be, then I don't wanna. I will throw that hope far away if it's exhausted through and through. Such pain is unceasing, it goes on and on without end. Let's plunge our blazing fingers deep in the cold waters of the deep sea. Then we together can return to home as it used to be. Ah, hot soul that burns soft silently, gather up all that your heart ever dreamed. A world adored, surrounding me. Oh, all I ever loved. Oh, I embrace my everything. Subete mo. Aishita subete mo. Subete to. Hearing your answer is enough now. It's so like a dream when we sleep hand in hand, letting our eyes close. In this world, beloved. Oh, forever, forever embrace. It got away from me.
That's okay. That's okay. Yay, Ryu! Putting himself out there with the
I
whole
see.
song. I only was going to
I
force you to do
figured.
one little part of it, but you did the whole darn thing.
I figured I might as well go all in. And yes, I have
Go big or
a
go
part of
home,
the
right?
pronunciation. A part of that singing pronunciation was the pronunciation I learned reciting Middle English.
Uh
A part of
huh.
it is that I have some very small amount of formal singing training. Like I took voice lessons for a few weeks when I was a kid, and I learned to sing with like these five vowels and to dump out the R. So I get that sort of vaguely Britishy soundings
Yeah,
in there
that's
sometimes.
where it's coming from.
And some of it is that I wrote this in like my individual English dialect. I transcribed it with my natural pronunciation rather than a correct pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have all the dropped G's. because the way the song was sung uses what sounds like a fairly casual pronunciation, not a
Yeah.
very strict or formal one. So I transcribed it with the poetic language in the words as I actually say them rather than spell them.
Well, thanks to
So you get,
you for doing all of this work and even singing your own work. You'll be making your own cover soon before too long.
why would I do that? Sounds horrible.
When you have me as your trained monkey.
You're better than a trained monkey. You're a trained Homo sapiens.
Ah,
It does sometimes feel like I can get you to sing anything, but I know that the moment I try to do something actually stupid, you would put your foot down. You- I kind of did wonder all along if this weren't something stupid, but it's beautiful. I mean, the song gave me wonderful things to work
the
with.
song is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So I really wanted to do my best by it and transfer over everything I possibly could. And I think you get that, and that you will sing it like that. But you're
You
right
bet.
to worry if the world will understand it. Like,
So,
will the internet senpai love us finally and notice us?
yeah. I'm thinking our regular audience will love this very much. I don't know what other general audience will think of it. I will market it as a regular cover or a VTuber cover and we'll see what happens. I could kind of do a fusion cover since we do have, you know, all the trans lyrics, or maybe a completely trans lyrics cover or something. Uh, I'll think of things. I'll think of things.
I'm,
My husband knows
I'm
how to
getting
work the wizardry of TubeBuddy, which tells us what's most popular at the time, what tags to use. So,
maybe I should charge you for translations and voice lessons or something. Then again, those are expensive. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable charging you that much.
mm. See, this is how we get wonderful things. When people have passion for what they do, it always seems to come out so well. I mean, that's why my covers have that quality to them now, is since I've started working with Ryu and starting to work with actual instrumentalists. Like, it's just skyrocketed the quality of this channel. So,
The the instrumentalists are also good too. Like how good Psy and Simpsonil make things sound like the
oh,
instrumentals sound like they are pulled straight out of the like anime and improved.
right? They turn out
That's
spot on, if not improved from the original. But we got
I,
Simpsonil doing real folk blues, and Psy just turned in his instrumental for This No Man's Dawn. So that's
I
exciting.
also I also did fix the real folk blues.
Okay.
And before somebody asks me to sing that too.
The real folk blues. Oh, that's gonna be such a guilty pleasure for me to sing. That is gonna be my cake, and I
What
will
it
eat it
is
and sing it too.
within my soul. When all that lives is bright, I can't read, but I don't have the melody. It looks like gold, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. I've worked with that so long, I know the words pretty well.
That's a thing.
It's a
Alrighty.
I loved Cowboy Bebop the first time I
It's
saw it.
such a great show. Classic.
And
Yep.
when I had COVID, I rewatched like all but the last episode, and then I had to like do other things, so I didn't have time for anime. Like now,
Yeah.
we can have voice lesson streams again.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I gotta host another voice lesson stream soon. I will do that very soon. Maybe
And
sometime
Carrie,
next week.
you can try to teach me how to sing on stream.
That could be interesting.
This song is probably far outside my vocal range too. Like I'm several like octaves below Carrie because I have an average male voice.
We will start easy with you. We're not going to drop you in the deep end just yet. Don't you worry.
I have like the one song I'm told I'm good at singing is oh what's it called? God rest you merry gentlemen.
That could be an interesting one to start with. And it'll be about Christmas time, maybe. We could work on that in preparation for that.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to become a cover artist. My throat is already like kind of. after all that.
Aw. So,
I don't have, and I'm not a classically trained opera singer.
uh,
I am a classically trained word maker.
oh.
One member of my writing group was like, Ryu is such a better wordsmith than I am,
Starbucks.
and then like
Happy
cry,
Christmas.
cry, like pile of cry emojis. I make people cry by being better than them at writing. It makes me feel guilty. I'm like, don't cry. I just want you to enjoy reading it.
Star Mix is like, Merry Christmas. Outer Space says, besides the trumpet, what else do you plan to do for Hana-chan to put on the videos? I don't know. It depends on the needs of each individual song. Beyond Selves was a little, um, you know, low key compared to sometimes what we do. But for some of these, like Hollow Hunger, that one's a little more wild. So that one might use some dancing or something. I don't know. I hope to debut Hana Chan's new Halloween outfit that we'll be creating soon with that one. Um,
And
but
maybe someday we'll have like a whole Ryuji puppet too. No, really,
uh,
don't do that. That's way too much work.
give we need to have like a vote for Hana Chan full like marching band or something.
Marching Hana-chan
Marching band Hana
song.
Chan.
Trying to. Yeah, we did. Doesn't your husband do the recordings
Yes,
of her dance?
yes, we did full body
Pretty
capture
short.
with our VR headset, and it was Johnny doing the dancing. That was which one was that? That was for the Welcome to Demon School. The no
No, no.
satisfaction.
And the phrase "We are nakama, we are friends for life." It translated like so perfectly.
Oh, that was perfect. So yeah,
This is the first like fully notably reversed song in a long time.
this feels like it's absolutely like positive negative flip here because there's just so much. And I hope
I managed to get all of like where there were empty spaces. I filled them in with the ideas from the stuff that got
been
covered
there
up by
one.
Japanese.
Oh yeah,
So
the
still,
Demon Slayer one there was some dancing, wasn't there? The opening theme. What was that? The za
scatter like a song,
Zankyo.
zankyo. The song, the word well, it's the name of the song. We just left that in Japanese. I was
Zonk.
like, I
Zonkyo.
said, I was like, I don't know what to say for this. The word means literally reverberation. That that was one of the things like in Avid. If
Nakama
I had
from One
reversed,
Piece. Yes, of course. You are all about that One Piece. I'm so glad I got to sing your song for Music Monday, Nakama. That was so much fun. I really need to get into One Piece, but it seems so daunting.
I do too. I read part of the manga. It's actually really it has the feel of like your typical shonen manga, but at the same time, it's very creative, very interesting. Luffy is adorable. I think like protagonists like that, they make me feel soft and fuzzy inside.
Mm.
And if you have like an adult who is still a shonen protagonist inside, I find that a very attractive feature.
Ooh,
Like who is pleasant and cheery and happy, and it just makes me want to like give him a giant hug.
really is. The manga is better. Oh, so I should read the manga then.
The manga was very interesting. I was gonna say something
Bleach.
else.
Bleach is getting its new season coming soon. I hope y'all are excited.
Ichigo is the Japanese word for
Strawberry
strawberry or raspberry,
or
but it's referring
raspberry. I didn't know that.
yeah, it's more normally strawberry now, but sometimes and in some varieties it means raspberry because language is weird.
Mm,
There was something I wanted to say, but what was it?
I'm
For the
sorry.
verse song, Nakama. I was thinking something about the meaning of Nakama. It means like a group of friends. Um, no satisfaction. That was a fun one though.
No
Oh,
satisfaction.
oh, Avid. My naked heart can hear echoes, echoes. I would have translated echoes, echoes as zankyo, zankyo if I had
Oh
back
yeah.
translated that. But Avid was I could back translate the words, but I didn't know how to make them sound like PTSD in Japanese. No, I'm serious. That's the reason I didn't try to do
I
it.
suppose
Because
that would be a good
because
reason.
it sounds like it's a portrait of someone having like this cognitive fog as a result of trauma. Also, if you haven't gone and listened to Avid, go do that. It's very good. Carrie sung it beautifully,
Oh, it's such a
and
gorgeous song. That was right in my wheelhouse, I think, vocally.
it should be
YouTube treated it like
so
crap.
YouTube treats us like a pile of kuso. So
Seriously. Ichigo 100%. I've heard the name before, but I haven't seen it. I should check it out.
you know what the Japanese word for like the childish Japanese word for kuso is?
What?
Is unko.
Unko.
Unko, like the ko is child and un is like the onomatopoeia for bearing down to pass your kuso.
Oh,
Isn't that weirdly adorable and disgusting at the same time?
yeah. Kind of like kids in general.
Japanese is so full of onomatopoeia. Like like instead of saying that the fire was crackling, you'd say that the fire went crackle crackle. And that was just but that's a normal way of saying it in Japanese. That's not like a cutesy way of saying it.
Interesting.
So I think Japanese culture gets mistaken as being, well, it is visually cutesy, but I think the culture gets mistaken for being deliberately cutesier than it is because the language just normatively expresses things differently
Ah, I could
in
see
a way
that.
that happens to sound cutesy if you translate it literally, but it's really just
Yeah.
words. Like how, and here's another just sort of interesting thing. In English, normal words are short and classical words are long. Like you have bloom, one syllable, but the Latin borrowing is inflorescence. Japanese words tend to be a mile long, like hanakotoba, the language of flowers, which is kind of ornate sounding, or sakurabana, cherry blossom. But when you have borrowings from their classical language, which is Middle Chinese, you get short words like zankyo, as opposed to the native word for echo, which is hibiki.
I see. Okay.
So it's sort of a backward situation. Japanese normal words are long and fancy words are short, but English normal words are short and fancy words are long.
Ha, that's what makes
Isn't that something?
translating kind of difficult.
It can. Also, sometimes you remember when I think it was Zankyo Sanka. I had a translation of I had transliterated one word as chio, but you heard it as senya, but they meant the same thing and used the same kanji spelling.
Ah.
Sometimes you have two sakurabana and oka actually both means cherry blossom.
Oh,
They would
interesting.
be spelled with the exact same kanji. Sakurabana they're the native Japanese words, the kunyomi. Oka are the forms taken from Middle Chinese, the onyomi.
Okay. I could see the difference there. All right.
So you basically write out the meaning of the word and hope to God you know whether you're supposed to be pronouncing the classical word or a normal Japanese word. It'd be like if we wrote the word flower, bloom, blossom, floral with the same sequence of letters, and you just hoped you knew which one the writer meant.
We have some words like that, like read and read,
We do, but
lead and led.
that's that's just an accident because they
Yeah,
used to
it's not by design.
read like the verb to read used to be pronounced like read, like with an sound, but it was long. That became like in steak. The used to be an sound that was long.
Hmm.
Then it became like in steak, and then like in teak, but it didn't hit every word
No idea the
because
history behind the language. So does Japanese derive from Chinese? Japanese
no,
written language. Um.
the written characters, the kanji were borrowed from China. The hiragana and katakana are simplified.
Mhm.
Sorry for just taking everything over, but
Oh no. Yeah,
Japanese
you know.
is, as far as we know, of no direct relationship to any of Chinese is not a language; it is a language family, and they're usually called Sinitic or Sinitic, depending on how you want to say the word. Japanese is not related to them. It might be related to Korean and Mongolian, but if it is, the time depth for any direction of that relationship is so long that linguists cannot reconstruct the common ancestor with the evidence they have. As far as we know, Japanese is just its own little pocket.
Which makes sense since Japan, kind of grew up as an isolated nation, as an island nation.
Available evidence suggests that the people who live in Japan now, most of them, their ancestors migrated in from the Korean peninsula, but it's probable that the people who spoke the ancestors of Korean pushed them out, and then the Japanese were pushed into the archipelago that is now Japan, and they pushed out people who were already there who have various names. The Ainu are still there. The Emishi have been Ashitaka in Princess Mononoke is an Emishi.
Ah.
We know so little about them that that movie is pure fantasy. It is a beautiful fantasy, though.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Howl's Moving Castle is actually a book that is not very like the movie, but the changes that were made to the movie were done with the author's permission.
Oh.
I normally don't I normally don't approve of those changes, but they were made like the author did approve them before she unfortunately passed away about 10 years ago. She
Hmm.
did get to see the finished movie though.
That's nice.
So yeah, Japanese and Chinese are not related. It's like English takes the letters from Latin. English and Latin actually are distantly related. English is not derived from Latin, which is a common myth.
Hmm.
But you can take the writing system from any language and use it to write any other language, and the languages do not have to be related. The letters we use are used to write Vietnamese because they were colonized by the Portuguese and the French.
Hmm.
And these letters, they're a lot easier to use. There are 26 of them as opposed to 10,000. They're usually called Han characters internationally. Kanji, Hanzi, Hanja, depending on the language you're speaking.
So Nakama asks, what's the most commonly used writing in Japan?
Hiragana. Hiragana are the squiggly ones you use to write sound. You can use them to write both the classical borrowings from Middle Chinese and the native Japanese words, and a few words that are very old borrowings from Portuguese.
Now, correct me
Katakana,
correct me if I'm wrong, but for children and a lot of times just to make things simpler, they will put the hiragana like underneath or above the kanji so that you can still read it if you don't know the kanji.
very common. They're called furigana. You can
Furigana.
also do katakana, and that is very common in light novels to give weird pronunciations to kanji.
Ah, yeah, because
The
katakana is usually used for like foreign words and stuff like that, right?
Of course, the most common writing will also depend on what you're reading. If it is something for adults, you'll see probably a roughly even mix of hiragana and kanji. If it's something for children, it will probably be more in hiragana. Like I have a children's like level 4 book, and it does have exactly what Caroline describes. You see there are kanji on the cover, but there are the furigana next to it. And anytime there's a kanji in here, it has furigana next to it.
Yeah. It-
You katakana will often be used in graphic design. They're used to write the names of organisms, especially in scientific literature, foreign words, a few random native words. The word for candle is often written in katakana.
huh,
The kanji are complicated for it, but it's a classical borrowing, so you would expect hiragana. I'm not sure why it's written in katakana.
weird.
But before the 1950s, you would often see, instead of kanji and hiragana, you would often see kanji and katakana. Older books printed that way would typically use katakana the way they use hiragana now. Hiragana were originally considered more feminine. I'm not sure I totally understand why the switch happened. I think hiragana had already sort of been on their way in because they are more visually distinct than katakana. But the
Okay.
post-war reforms, which also changed the way words were spelled, Japanese kana spellings used to be very messy. You know how in English the spelling reflects the pronunciation from like 400 years ago?
Ah, yes.
Japanese used to do that. Remember how in Kyosanka, aware was spelled ahare. That is an
Oh,
archaic
I
phonology
see.
because that ha used to be fa, but between vowels it became wa. You used to have sequences we and we too, but e and e apparently don't like wa sounds and got rid of them.
You're
So
inspiring
you would often have
Nakama.
so you would often see like a, but it would be spelled ehi, or yo, but it would be spelled efu, because it used to be pronounced efu, then eu, then yo. The sound changed over time. All languages do that.
Interesting.
That's why we say change and not challenger like Chaucer
Interesting.
would. So that's how it used to be said. Challenger, stranger. Uh, like a before ng was often pronounced ow in about 1400, but that shifted to to a. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but change. Range. I think range would have been rounger. A part of the weird way I sing is conditioned by having learned to recite Middle English. In the old days of King Arthur, of which that Breton spake and not speak. Great. That still sounds the same, actually. Honor. The OU in honor, valor, used to be U, honor, couleur. They used to sound like that. This is why spelling is so wonky.
Yep.
We started writing words down right at the time English was going through a bunch of different phonetic shifts. If we had started, we started using printing presses, sorry, and literacy became very widespread around them. If that had not happened, English spelling would probably look a lot more like German. Like we'd probably write ow as AU rather than OW. Because most of our ow used to be pronounced oo.
Ha.
Note that you also don't hear sequences like alp, alm in English, because the labial consonants blocked that change. Room was room in Middle English, not Rome, which is what you would expect it to be.
Wow.
All becomes o, all becomes oo. This is how historical linguistics work.
Well, it's
Languages
fun
are
to
interesting,
get
aren't
some insight into your education there. That's crazy.
they? And why English spelling is so weird. I can explain at length why it is so weird.
Yeah. Well, I hate to
Like
cut you off now, but it's getting a little late and I want to sing through this one more time before I sign off for the night.
hey, you are the singer.
So,
Go ahead.
just to make sure
You'll
I
do it
have it
better.
right, because we'll be recording this next week, which will be awesome.
I'll take
So.
notes and give you 1,000 corrections and probably prune out that hard
All
word.
right. So, I will probably make mistakes, but
That's fine. I made loads of them.
yes.
I sang without rather than with no, because that's the normal word there. I put the no there to be pretty, even though it's weird.
I'm telling you. Okay,
We
here
are a
we go.
tangent factory.
So, thanks for being online with us, Ryu. Thanks for singing for us.
All right.
Yay. All right. Well, I will kind of say goodnight, but you'll still be hanging on, and I'll say goodnight to you before I leave the stream. I'll say goodnight to the stream. So, all right. See you in just a second. I'm going to sing through the song one last time. All right. See ya, Ryu.
Bye.
Here we go. All right, now I have to flip my audio over to Firefox. And let us begin. Don't leave before I sing through the song, Nakama. Hang on just a bit longer. Here we go. Wish me luck. I hope I don't mess up too much. Here we go. 花が咲いても未来が輝いても描く持って闇に飛んだすべて My dreams of the air is flying They keep leaving me behind in The lonely star salvation Nothing more shall I want に始めば全ての愛してでも全てと Right now our tears may fade just like leaves but still in the flower bloom and that will be loving that's already lost now no more. Hey Richard! 古き良き時代の綺麗な記憶を思い出しても失せたことなんかない My memories all betray me They tell you all that's inside me Of cherishing no remainder The shining sun shines far away Yet I'm always with you 君生きれば全ても抱きしめた全ても These gentle eyes If they can't be then I don't want them I will throw them far away If it's exhausted through Such pain is unceasing It goes on and on with no end Oh, I'll practice this. I know it's good. Sorry, I keep making mistakes. Let's plunge our pleasing fingers through cold waters of the deep sea, and we together can return to home as it used to be. Ah, not to the best of something you never thought where your heart ever dreamed. A world of joy surrounding me. All I ever loved, always brings my everything now. I wish there was something more. Hearing your answer is enough now. It's so like a dream when we sleep and believe that it always close. In this world beloved, oh forever embraced deep inside. Woo! Yeah, this is a really beautiful song. That's okay, I'm the hard mode lyricist. Yeah. We did it! We did it! This is gonna be great. And I must confess, I have requested the instrumental pitched down a bit because I don't want to be screaming. "Ah, ah." So we'll see. I feel like he didn't actually pitch it down though, but we'll see when I put the file together before I record. But we're going to be recording Hollow Hunger tomorrow, ideally, hurricane notwithstanding. I'm glad we haven't lost power yet. I'm glad, I don't think we've lost plumbing yet. I don't feel like the storm is bad yet. I think the storm is just kind of sitting in the Gulf waiting to get stronger and attack. Mistakes are expected on day one. Trust me, I make too many mistakes. Gets annoying for me, but I'm stubborn. So yeah, I've got plenty of time to put this file together and practice. So yeah, we're doing this weird creative thing where he's inverted the lyrics. So we'll probably do language fusion again, or just try and plug it as a regular cover to entice people to actually click on it. But yeah, we made it through. We had fun, and we're the worst tangent factory. This is like a 3-hour stream now, 3.5-hour stream. So it's time for me to get some sleep, and hopefully I don't get blown away by the hurricane. So we're the worst kind of tangent factory. I love it. I love it. Thanks for being so knowledgeable. Thanks for being there to create these lyrics. And to be so deep in knowledge with the Japanese language and culture to make these really, really stand out. So thank you for that. Applause to you. And thank all of you guys for being here, sticking with me through this whole stream. You know, Nakama, Richard, Outer Space, Who else was here? Gojirito is here. Star Meeks. Did I miss anybody? Oh yeah, Sunshine was there, but she went to go to bed or listen to her K-pop or both. Queen Greedshine. Yeah, Outer Space, Gojirito, Nakama, Richard. All my favorite people. I love you all so much. So yeah, if all goes well, we should have actually 2 streams tomorrow. And I'm not sure what kind of stream we're going to have on Twitch at night, but we are going to touch base on Twitch, either just to hang out, to talk more about what's going on lately, and maybe play some Splatoon or Mario Kart, however we feel. But in the afternoon, we'll be recording, hopefully. So, and then Thursday night, we'll be mixing, ideally. So if we can do that, we'll stay on schedule. Obviously, I did not get to go out of town to visit my parents this weekend as I had planned. So that let me be able to stream tonight. Otherwise, I'd be getting home now and not feel like streaming. But I'll be in this same situation next week, or the situation I should have been in this week, next week, because I will be visiting my parents, which is why we're trying to squeeze in so much this week while we can. So, yay, have a great night, you guys. I love you all. Peace. Take it easy, you guys. Stay safe. I'll try and be safe. And drink your water. There we go. All right. Take care. Thank you for being here.